Merry Christmas, gamers! Shalomi, my homies. Happy holidays, I guess, as it were. Welcome in. It's your boy, Danno. It's a motherfucking Christmas special. Thank you very much for the 190 biddies. Big spender on campus. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Holly, holly, ho-ho. Holly, jolly, ho-ho. I want to show off monkey. Uh-oh, monkey. And from my mom, not just one monkey, but two monkey. Yippee! They're in the light along with this one. So this is sick too. It's an I toy, and he goes in the ball and he rolls in the monkey ball. Look. It also says banana like 5 times. Banana, 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 banan, banane. I do love Christmas. I gifted my mom a bunch of shit. 2 magnets. One says I heart my cat. The other says what's life without a cat or something cute. At that same garage sale, a little book with like cute animals, and it just says cute shit about like loving your mom. Pretty cute. Then I got her the 12,025 calendar from Kurzgesagt, whatever. That was going to be the main present, and then luckily a lot of cool stuff fell into my lap because I work at a thrift store. So we got, my mom's favorite movie is The Sandlot, so I got her the 20th anniversary Blu-ray of The Sandlot because it got donated, and on top of that it got donated with little baseball cards with each of the characters and a saying that each of them says, which is awesome because my mom always quotes the movie, and I didn't even know. I didn't even open it. I just saw 20th anniversary. I peeled off the sticker because I was like, I want to make it look like it's really new. And then when she opened it today, she wanted to look at it. And then I just saw it and I was like, what the fuck? I had no idea. So yeah, she gets these cute little Sandlot cards with the characters. And of course, she appreciates it because, you know, it's her favorite. It was pretty cool. I got her a little M&M's bowl for like snacks and stuff. JBL speaker because she had a little stinky speaker that was like super cheap and the charging port wasn't working anymore. I also got her a funny swearing coloring book, and it just says fuckity fuck fuck. The main thing that I got my mom now was a laptop. She's been wanting a laptop for a long time, and we happened to get one donated that's not amazing, but definitely good for what she'll need it for, which is writing things, having her music on it, because it came with a terabyte hard drive, bless up, and yeah, it's pretty decent quality. I'm pretty happy with it, and I think, well, no, I'm happy with it. She's very happy with it. I'm happy with how she responded. But yeah, it's a Christmas miracle, as I like to say. So the first thing that we're going to be doing today is a tier list, and this tier list is based on all 365 games that I played this year for Danno 365. There is a lot to go through, and I think it's time that we go through it. Don't you agree? Ladies and gents, this is the 365 tier list. This is all 365 games via their thumbnails right here. Bubsy better be at the top 10. Bubsy was not a game that I played in terms of 365, brother. But I hope you know it would be an S tier. This is all just the 365 games. It does not include any of the Danno Logs games or other games that I played outside of the series. Therefore, it does not include Kingdom Hearts. It does not include games like, I think I played Mario vs. Donkey Kong on this series, or maybe I didn't, because I was just doing it for Danno Logs that never came. But either way, Fortnite count? Oh yeah, there's plenty of Fortnite, because so the way that 365 worked was one game, each game only gets one time in the sun. However, Fortnite has different game modes, and those game modes are very different, like Rocket Racing, or Battle Royale, or Zero Build. I won't lie, I think Fortnite is on here a total of 3, maybe 4 times, because I know I also did The Floor is Hot Lava, so I think Fortnite shows up a total of 4 times on this tier list. But hey, they're different modes. They all have their own they all have their own age rating. But anyway, we're gonna get into this shit. This is our tier list. We're gonna go through. So these are our tiers. Our first one, the bottom one, is couldn't play. So if the game either the disc didn't work, or you needed a peripheral for it that I did not have, or the servers were offline, I could not play it. Therefore, it is on the couldn't play. Also, if like in terms of games like Tekken 4, I think it was, or Tekken fucking tag tournament. That fucking game that I hate, just as it reads, it's that fucking game that I hate. Wasn't impressed just means that I just wasn't impressed. It was kind of meh. So if I wasn't impressed and I turned it off, that's usually where this will go. I don't hate it. I just was like, I wasn't feeling it. And I guess I could say I wasn't really feeling it. Let's go wasn't really feeling it. Shulk reference. Shulk if he was evil. I'm not really feeling it. And then on the other side of that, if it's kind of like mid, let's just say, but I don't mean that in a negative term. It's just like, yeah, you know, it was just fine. I'll say I had a lot to like about it, you know? It's good. But if it's a game that I go, hey, this was amazing, I'm gonna come back and play this game, then obviously it's a must return to in 2025 game. And there's a couple. I'll say that. There's a couple. And of course, finally, the S tier is for goated. The way I see it is if it's S tier, that means I probably will return to it in 2025, or it's a game that just is cemented to me as a game that is like, it's just the greatest of all time. So without further ado, let's get into it. I do have the list of all of the games that I did play to the side here right by chat, so I can also tell you which games are which. I know for some reason, the Sonic Generations thumbnail got put into the mix. I brought it back, so there might be some that are out of order as we go down the line, but without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna start with number 1, Sonic Generations, easiest S tier of my life. I started the year off with a bang. I don't know. Can we get much higher is the question. We will, but anyway. The next one is Black Tiger. I'm gonna say wasn't really feeling it. Nothing crazy about this game. It's like a Castlevania-like. Next up is Sonic Dream Team. I'm gonna say I must return to it in 2025. I regretfully did not play much of this game, and now they've added Shadow DLC. Would I say it's goated? No, but I think there's a lot to like about it, so I'm excited to give it a shot again. Okay, next up we have Toem. Love Toem, straight up. I might need to make another tier. Fuck, I just realized. If I'm not gonna return to it in 2025, you know what? Must return to in 2025 is just gonna be the love it tier. Even if I won't actually return to it in 2025, but I actually should return to Toem, so. Toem's great. I bet it's a Toen out of Toen. It's Toem with an M. But it was a good try. I respect the try. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on a minute. Let me show this off. You can see it right here. Shout out Momo. Yeah, look, you're on camera. Josh says, hi, Mom.
Hi, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
New tradition. My specialty made with love, French toast.
I'm very excited to munch on this.
I just forgot the icing sugar, which we don't usually eat, so I don't usually have it.
It's fine.
Oh, someone's saying something. Something's happening.
Josh redeemed the applause.
Woo. Yeah.
Oh my God, they're great.
Right?
Thanks, Mom.
I actually I don't feel pressure. I don't feel rushed. I took my time and put all the ingredients. I whisked it. Perfect balance of salt.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
I don't even need the powdered sugar. I was just making a mess. Thank you. Thanks, Mama.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yippee! My mom just makes cookie with anger and arsenic. With anger. Anger in every bite. Fortnite Battle Royale. I think this one is regular Fortnite, and I think the one that says another one bites the dust is... Oh, no. This is Zero Build. Zero Build, goated. What else can I say, really? This is Grapple Dogs. Grapple Dog is really cute. I'm gonna say I had a lot to like about it. I bought that for Christmas last year, and it's good. I just wish that, like, you had a little bit... It sounds weird. For, like, a game where it's literally you are a grappling dog, I guess there's a lack of the ethereal feeling of grappling, which we'll get to in another game shortly. Next we have Demon Turf. I'm gonna say had a lot to like about it as well. I'm not sure how I feel about like the Paper Mario-esque cutout as the character. It's cool, and a lot of the voice acting feels like Baby's first voice acting gig, but it's fine. Downwell, goated. I think Downwell's a goated game. If you have not played it, indie game, usually on super cheap. I think it's on sale right now. Just a little guy with his boots, and you're just trying to get down the well and see how far you can go. Every time you play is a little different. You unlock new styles of the art style, and that's like my favorite thing. Next up we have Gravity Circuit. I'm gonna say must return to in 2025. This game is fantastic. It's difficult as shit, kind of like Mega Man, but he has a grappling hook, and the mechanics, I think, it's funny, I bought this at the exact same time as Grapple Dog. I think his grappling hook mechanic and momentum way better than Grapple Dog. Sorry, Grapple Dogs is cute, but Smash Ultimate's goated. This was the stupid N64 challenge where I played a game as... Maybe I was playing as K-Rool with the N64 controller. It was goofy as shit. Next up is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I will say it's goated. It is goated for what it does. Oh my God, Speedrunners. Yeah, next is Speedrunners. Speedrunners is goated. That goes in the goated tier for me. I have nothing wrong about fucking Mario Kart. It's just that we played it so much. I know everybody wants we need to play speedrunners more. Absolutely. Actually, it's funny because Josh Ninjar in chat, he was the one who introduced me to the soundtrack because he would play it all the time. I'm like, oh, it's a fun song. And he's like, Burger, which is the whole reason why Burger's in the thumbnail. Which, by the way, favorite thumbnail, I think, of the entire series of 365. It's so stupid, but it's so good. It's funny, though. Josh introduced me to the game like that, and then I didn't play it until I moved to Vancouver and played it with the boys. And then I was like, oh, I love this game. Gang Beasts, I would say, I think I have a lot to like about it, but I would put it over... Oh, yeah, I forgot you want to, like, organize them. Gang Beasts, I think, at, like, the top. If I'm going to move stuff around, I'm probably going to put Smash Ultimate over Fortnite. I play Fortnite way more than even Smash, though. Fuck it, I'm putting Zero Build back here. Downwell is great, though. I actually think this is, like, pretty much perfect. I prefer Speedrunners over Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Merry Christmas, Cabane. Welcome in. Next up, we have Fortnite Rocket Racing. I'm gonna say had a lot to like about it. I'm gonna put it under Grapple Dogs. It's good. It's kind of basic, but it's good. It feels really good. That was the thing. Like, I'm a feeling guy. Absolute Drift, I wasn't really feeling it, and I'd put it over this fake ass Castlevania. Aero GPX is good. Had a lot to like about it, but I'm gonna put it over Demon Turf because of what it does and the fact that, like, you know, it's not every day that we get a F-Zero like. So I'm excited for that game to finally come out proper. That was just the demo. Frogun, I'm honestly gonna say it's so on the cusp of wasn't really feeling it. It's fine, it's cute, but I think it's more style over substance. I'm gonna say I wasn't really feeling it, but it's a good game. I'm gonna put it at the top of wasn't really feeling it. Otto, oh my god, I have to come back to this one. I'd probably come back to it over Gravity Circuit. It's a Metroidvania where you play as a cat who lost his baby, so he has to, I think, you know, whoever the shogun of this universe stole his child, and you have to go get it back. They also killed his wife, I'm pretty sure. But I played that game for maybe around 30 minutes, and I was like, yep, okay, I need to give this game more time. Next up, Crystal Golf. Easiest must return to. I'll put it underneath Otto. Crystal Golf is great. Balloons Tower Defense 6, baby. Putting that shit at goated. I'm putting that shit over Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but under Speedrunners. Another one bites the dust. This episode, if you've never seen it, it was me playing with Blaze. I loved it. That one's a funny video, and I actually cut it down really well. Obviously, it's in goated. You might as well just put it with Fortnite. Why is there a game called Cum? Brother, this is the 365 tier list. You ain't even gotta ask that. The game is actually called Gum Plus. I just photoshopped out the other part of G, which you can sort of see there. It's black, but it's funny because there's black right here, so it makes it look like it's normal. But then I just made it say cum because it's funny. With cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese, I'm gonna put Mario Wonder above Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Actually, no, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe above Wonder. There's just way more replayability with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so it's the right thing to do. Valorant, I think the bottom of has a lot to like about it. Had a lot to like about it, has a lot. Whatever. I like Valorant, but it's not really my cup of tea in terms of like what I play, and I'm not good at it. And I like games that I'm good at. So it's good. I enjoy playing with my friends, but not something that I really go back to. Bomberman R. Love this game. Must return to in 2025 under Gravity Circuit. Suika game. This gotta go in goated, bro. Bottom of goated. Goddamn. Super Meat Boy Forever was fine, but it's an endless runner. And so I'm gonna say I wasn't really feeling it, but top of wasn't really feeling it. It was like, it was fine. Oddly enough, one of the best performing videos, I think because of the thumbnail. It's just the two little guys. What can you do? F-099, goated. I'm gonna say above Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I feel like I've played more Balloons Tower Defense 6. Oh, it's up there. I'm gonna say under Downwell, but above Speedrunners. It's gonna suck when that inevitably gets taken off eShop. Timberman Versus, in terms of videos, I wasn't really feeling it, but in terms of my own time, Joshy and I at Christmas last year, we played the fuck out of this. Well, it wasn't Christmas. It was in January. It felt like Christmas still, though. And I'm going to say I wasn't really feeling it in terms of the video, but it's because it's Versus. You're supposed to play with somebody else. No one is playing Timberman Versus online. I have not seen the F-099 update for Christmas. I've seen it, but I haven't played yet, so I probably won't see it before it's gone. But yeah, Timberman Versus, for the terms of the video, I'm going to say I wasn't really feeling it. Same with Torloom. I'm going to put that above Tiger. Actually, above Absolute Drift. I didn't really like Absolute Drift. I might even put it underneath that one. Gum Plus, I'm also going to put down here. I bought this and I played like a couple levels of it. Cool. And then that's it. I'm going to say Cum is like the great divide between like if I wasn't really feeling it, but I can respect it as a game or in a certain light, or I wasn't really feeling it and I didn't really like it. Stumble Guys. I think it has a lot to like about it. I'm going to put it under Valorant. Ultimate Chicken Horse, goated. But I'm going to put it under Suika Game. Oh, another one got put out of place, which was Live Alive. Live Alive came after Gum Plus. Same with Crab Game. Okay, that should be good. Yep. Okay, we're back in order. Sorry about that hiccup. So, as I said, Ultimate Chicken Horse, S, easy. Stumble Guys, had a lot to like about it. It's fine. Live Alive, goated. I played more after this episode. It's really good. Yeah, this game's great. I haven't beat it, but I'm gonna put it above F-Zero 99, but below Downwell, because Downwell I just hopped back into at any time. Live Alive, you have to really sit and let it stew, but from the 2 campaigns that I did, that game's great. I want to know how you feel about code names. Bottle fuck Stumble Guys. Stumble Guys is funny. It was funny. Crab Game, I'm gonna say the very bottom of goated. I think Crab Game is goated. It's iconic for its stupidity. It's iconic for the time that it came out. I think it's the bottom of goated. It's so stupid, but I love it. I'd probably be inclined to play it more if it actually had updates. But it was a stupid game that wasn't supposed to take off, you know? Next is Fall Guys. I think Fall Guys is goated too. Fall Guys I would probably put, for my connection with it, right? Because this is my tier list. Even though the game has died for me, it brings it down a little bit. But I'd probably put it underneath Speedrunner, sorry. I loved this game. Like, this game, when I lived in Vancouver, my roommates and I, it was a grind session, bro. Every day, I'd come home, I'd wake up in the morning, I'd come upstairs to get ready for work, and there would be somebody on my PS4 playing Fall Guys. I would go to work, I would come home, and somebody else would be on my PS4 playing Fall Guys, trying to get the crown. Everyone in my house, whether they played video games or not, had a crown. It was a real come together moment during COVID. I love Fall Guys, and it'll never be knocked down for me, even though I hate the free to play aspect. That's funny. These 2 videos kind of look the same, don't they? It's because one was Rocket Racing, one was Rocket League. The worst I've ever done at Rocket League. I think we played for almost an hour, and we only won barely at the end. That video is horrible. I think that's probably one of the worst videos of the year because of how long and just depressing it is. But, I mean, Rocket League's goated. Rocket League I would probably put over a lot of shit. I put underneath Smash. Mario 64, goated. I put Mario 64 over Rocket League. Octodad, Deadliest Catch, my first full playthrough of the year. This goes in S tier. I think it's gonna go above Crab Game, but underneath Ultimate Chicken Horse. Now we get to 64 month. This was the first time I had decided to do a whole month dedicated to one console. It was only February, so you could tell I was like, okay, I just need to hammer out a bunch in like a day or something. So this is the first time I started doing them in big batches. Pilot Wings 64, I'm gonna say had a lot to like about it, but we're gonna put it, I didn't like it that much. I'm putting it under Stumble Guys. Wave Race 64, had a lot to like about it, but over Pilot Wings 64. Excite Bike 64 was really funny, and for that, I'm putting it above Demon Turf. I don't even like Demon Turf that much. I think I like Valorant more than that. I'm gonna put Demon Turf down here. Demon Turf is kind of another great divide in that. 1080 Snowboarding was epic and racist. I think that was the bit. I'm putting it under Rocket Racing over Aero GPX. We have Winback. Winback was actually surprisingly fun. I'm gonna put it above Grapple Dogs. Straight up. I think Winback was like, I'm intrigued to see what like a single player concept for that game was, because it's like it's an action shooter and it like has auto lock on. Sin and Punishment was also really cool. I don't think I'm gonna return to it, even though Buck and I had played this game together, because you can play, somebody can control steering, somebody can control shooting. This was cool. I think this was really cool. Actually, I'll put it over Winback, I think. Dr. Mario 64 was fine. I'm probably gonna put it above Demon Turf. Celeste 64 was really cool. I'm gonna put it below Gang Beasts. Rollin' Rascal is really good, but I need it on Switch or PS5 because my PC could not run it. I'm gonna say Must Return to in 2025 at the bottom. Code names. This episode was so funny. That still has the clip. Something to do with bottle. Something bottle. Shout out Jared. Shout out Emily. Shout out not Giz, that is Jared. Shout out Dyslexic, Tokame and Cabane. That was really funny. I love this episode. I think Codenames is goated. Codenames is goated above. Oh my god, how do I rank this? I haven't played it enough to say, but I'm gonna go over Octodad. Y'all ready for this? This is probably gonna be the first thing that y'all don't like. Lethal Company I'm putting in wasn't really impressed. I don't care for this game, dude. I don't care for the antics. I don't care for I don't care for the gameplay loop. You go and pick shit up, you try and get money. If you can, you win. But like the act of doing that, yes, it's spooky. There's a lot of clips that are really funny, but for me, I don't care. I'm definitely putting it above I think most of these games for its multiplayer bits, but I don't care for this. I'm not the biggest fan. Okay, quit talking and nobody explodes or whatever. Keep talking, sorry, and nobody explodes. It has no sense of progression, which is what bothers me. I think that's it too. I think if there was something that really sounds weird but gamified it and made me want to keep coming back, then I would. But for now, like I just don't care about getting scared. I don't really care for the art style, I won't lie. I think it adds to it on an artistic merit, but for me, playing the game, not my cup of tea. So I just don't like Lethal Company, and that's just the truth of it. I've been honest and open about it since I played the game, and I appreciate those of you who said, Dan, you should give it a shot. I think you'll like it. I didn't, but thank you for thinking about me. Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is fun. I think it's really cool. I think it has a lot to like about it, but I don't put it over a lot of things because I mean, you defuse the bomb, you do the thing. I think Pilot Wing 64, there's still more that you can do in that game. I'm gonna say had a lot to like about it, but at the bottom. Pico Park, I mean, yeah, Pico Park is great. I'm gonna say bottom of had a lot to like about it. It's maybe above some of these actually. I'll say above Demon Turf, maybe, no. Me going from bottom to actually hold on. This game has a lot of merit. I think it can just be frustrating because people sometimes suck at games, but I think when you're with a team who really is competent and trying to get through it and actually has good communication, the game can be really great, and I think that's cool for that. We're gonna put it underneath, I'm gonna say right above Valorant. Yeah, why not? Fury is awesome. I don't think I'm ever gonna return to it. I played it, I tried to beat it when I was younger. I don't know, I couldn't get into it. I wouldn't say I'm not really feeling it because I do think there's a lot to like about it and I do like it. But I think I would put this like above Dr. Mario and kind of keep it there where it's like, it's a good game, but I just don't see myself returning to it like ever. Oh yeah, baby. Not a Hero is one of my favorite games ever. Like, I'm not going to say it's in my top 10, but it's like probably in my top 20, 25. The progression of the game is awesome. You get new characters. I had already beaten the game by the time I made this recording, so it didn't make a difference, but it's fun. And the sense of humor is good. The art style is beautiful. The pixel art's amazing. Highly recommend if you want a good game, a game with some progression you can beat, but it feels fun and arcadey. Not a Hero. I'm going to put Not a Hero above Suiga game. It doesn't have endless replayability. I've already beaten it, but for that time back in like 2016 that I played it, great. And even just playing again, I still love it. Tricky Towers. Bottom of goated. I think this game's great, straight up. I don't know though. Do I think it's goated? I'll say top of had a lot to like about it. I think it's really good. Not going to return to it in 2025, but I think Tricky Towers is great. It's a stacking Tetris with actual physics. You know, yes, it has like the same building blocks as Tetris, like the Tetrinamos, but I'm gonna say Pumped Up BMX Plus, I'm putting at the bottom of had a lot to like about it because it shouldn't be there, but it's fine. I think it's good. You can learn how to do tricks and stuff, and I think for what that is, I've put way more time into that game than I'd say the majority of this tier list, which is hilarious. Not only in terms of making the video, but also in terms of actually playing the game. So yeah, that's why I put it there. Next we have my GOAT, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. Get up there, buddy. I love Rocket League. I love Downwell, but I go back to Rocket League a lot more. I think Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 is fantastic. It's a damn shame we never got 3 and 4. I think it's bullshit, actually. Knockout City is our first couldn't play of the year, which took us about almost 2 months on February 26th. The servers are down, and I did not know that. Oops. Pepper Grinder, the demo, a game that I'm still wanting, but I want it on Switch, so I'm waiting until tomorrow, Boxing Day, to see if it actually goes on sale. Here's hoping. Pepper Grinder, I was really feeling it. I think that I'm gonna put it around Celeste 64. I want to see more. Actually, no, this has to be a must return new in 2025. We're gonna put this above Gravity Circuit, but I see myself returning to Curse to Golf more likely than Pepper Grinder. Unicorn Overlord, I'll also put in must return to in 2025 now that I own the game. And I'll probably put it near the bottom because I don't see it as likely. It's a bit of a time sink. You only like Tony Hawk for the thumbnail. What, the 1 and 2 or the several? There's so many other thumbnails. I did a Tony Hawk thumbnail probably 5 times this year. Tony Hawk Tua Pro Spitter 2, which wasn't even a Tony Hawk game. That was the stupid other bullshit one. And then I have the 2 ones of him in like agony. and then just the logo. So really, I played 4 Tony Hawk games this year, and they were all great. I loved all of them. Burnout Paradise, goated. Burnout Paradise is goated. I'm gonna put it above Codenames. We have the Ollie Ollie franchise. I'm gonna say had a lot to like of all 3 of them, and I'm probably gonna say 1 is like above Sin and Punishment for sure. 2 is better, but I'm just gonna say it's pretty close. I think 3 is a must return to in 2025 game. Maybe not actually. I'm gonna say had a lot to like about it, but at like above Tricky Towers. Next up we have V. I'm not huge on it. I played it on the 3DS, which was cool because it had 3D. I would much rather play a lot of these games over it again, just because I feel like the art style kind of, I don't know, gives me like a Fever Dream type vibe. I don't know. So it's hard for me to like want to go back. Lego Builder's Journey was like okay. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I had a lot to like about it, but nothing too crazy. Like I would put it, Lego Builder's Journey, I don't know if I would come back to. You know what? I'm gonna say I wasn't really feeling it. Like it's weird for me to put it down here, but I guess I was just kind of disappointed. Like it was fine. It was cute. But I was like, I think by the time I had given it like 30 minutes to an hour, I was like, okay, I'm good. Oh my God. American Chopper 2 was the intro to GameCube month, and this game was fucking awesome. I actually think I'm gonna put it at must return to in 2025. I want to do a full playthrough of this game. I thought it was super fun. And the idea that it like treats the game as if it was an episode of the show is fucking rad. Avatar, shitty. I don't know if I hate it. We're gonna put it at bottom. I wasn't really feeling it for now. That was bad. Couldn't play Dora. Freestyle Soccer was fine. I'm gonna say it's at like under Builder's Journey of wasn't really feeling it. Tiger Woods fucking golf was awesome, dude. I would come back to this straight up. I think I'd put this over Ollie Ollie. Maybe even over Celeste 64 TBH. I fucked with this heavy. Narnia, I don't care for, but I would put it over Lethal Company just for like a playthrough with friends. I think that'd be kind of fun. WWE Day of Reckoning was pretty funny. I'm gonna say I wasn't really feeling it though, but I would still put it like with around that freestyle soccer range of like, I played it. Oh my God. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. The first game that I fucking hate. That fucking game that I hate. That fucking game that I hate. Universal Studios Theme Park Adventures. Yeah, this game's bad. Next up, we have Smashing Drive. This game to me is goated. Put it at the bottom of goated because I haven't given it enough time, but I think this game is fucking cool. I think this game's really cool. It's an arcade game, but it's different from Crazy Taxi in the way that it's just complete chaos. It's like an auto runner, but you like choose what power-ups you can get. I don't know how to get good at it, but I think it's great. Now, another goated game, Crazy Taxi. For me, Crazy Taxi I put over Mario 64 straight up. I love Crazy Taxi. Pac-Man World 2. We're going to talk about Pac-Man World 2 later in the list, but I'm going to put it above Day of Reckoning. Pac-Man Versus couldn't play. We needed, I think, the Game Boy connection thing, and I just didn't have that. Oh yeah, this is when I did the Namco Museum as a bunch of different games. I'm going to just put these in like, I actually really liked this Pac-Man, and it's Pac-Man. I'll just put it over Ollie Ollie 2. I think that's fine. It's just Pac-Man. I don't know. But it's good Pac-Man and looks so pretty and satisfying. I'm keeping it there. Galaga, wasn't really feeling it because it's fucking Galaga. Dig Dug is goated though, so I like Dig Dug. I'll put him right by Pac-Man. They're like birds of a feather, those two. Pole Position, I wasn't really feeling it, so I'll put it alongside Galaga. Tetris Worlds is fucking weird. It's Tetris, but you had like ASMR lady whispering whenever you got like a thing, like if you hit a line. God, I'm gonna put it above Dr. Mario. This was weird. All of the Mega Mans are fine. I'm gonna put them all above Valorant. No, all of them above Pico Park. Why is Excitebike 64 the divide? Because I just don't see myself I see myself returning to Excitebike 64, even ironically, more than I would any of the fucking Mega Man games. And they're fine. They're great games. They are all-time classics, sure, but being a classic doesn't mean that you're goated. Oh, this is fucking goated. I'm gonna put this in must return to in 2025 because I think I really have to give it the time of day to find out if it truly is goated. Wave Race Blue Storm. This game's awesome. The water, I just want to slurp it up. Yeah, Wave Race Blue Storm is pretty as fuck. Pretty fun too. A little difficult, a little challenging, but I fuck with it heavy. There's a lot to like about it. I would return to this over Overlord, probably over Gravity Circuit, Bomberman R over Wave Race, American Chopper over Unicorn Overlord. I'll most likely play Unicorn Overlord because it's more accessible, but Wallace and Gromit, dude, also must return to in 2025. This was sick. It was crazy, the movement options for a little weird game. I'm gonna say Army Men, Sarge's War. I do not like. I never liked it as a kid. I would put it above, from what I played, I would put it above Come. Like, I would give it another shot. I think I would like to give a lot of these games a shot. I would probably put Medal of Honor Frontline at the bottom of Wasn't Really Feeling It, above Avatar, and above Absolute Drift, above Taroom. Okay, fine, it'll just go under this then. But I would still say, like, European Assault is actually a pretty competent game. I'd put it around above Freestyle Soccer, probably above Day of Reckoning. 007, it's, you know, I think it has a lot to like about it. 007 Agent Under Fire. I'd put it above Fury. I'd put it above Stumble, guys. What the fuck? I'd put it above Mega Man. I think it belongs around Winback, to be honest. Over Sin and Punishment for sure, but I can leave it there. It still is a little jank in its control scheme because it wasn't really there yet. Splatoon, the final hours of Splatoon servers being up. This video, there was a hacker. I'm pretty sure this was the same video. Either that or we did another recording where the hacker came, but Splatoon's goated. I think Splatoon's goated. I would put it definitely above Crab Game. Above Codenames. I think I would happily put it... Oh, Splatoon. I love Splatoon. I'd put it above Suika, but below Not a Hero. They added Splatoon to Marvel Rivals. Also, I'm actually going to bring pole position and Galaga down just above Cum. Like, I'm not playing the Cum game, TBH. And I think I'd put Timberman Versus below these guys now that I think about it, too. Like, I think it just belongs lower. It's a Christmas game mode. Oh, okay, cool. That's kind of neat. Smash Bros for Wii U on the dusty Wii U. I love that thumbnail. I think it had a lot to like about it. I would put it at the top of had a lot to like about it. I think it's a shame that in hindsight, why would you ever want to come back to this game? But for what it was, Smash for Wii U and 3DS was great at the time. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I'm so adamantly not a COD guy, but Black Ops 2 is amazing. Like, even for the story of Black Ops, like, I think Black Ops 2 was great. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of GOATed, but otherwise it would be around the top of had a lot to like about it. Like, I think Black Ops 2 is one of the last, like... Okay, this is me who... Donkey Kong... Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you fellas, even though I feel like this was... Was this my recording or your recording, Jared? I think I tried Tropical Freeze after, or I did this before I handed you the Wii U. This is Tropical Freeze. This is Donkey Kong, sorry. Donkey Kong on the Wii U. Tropical Freeze was you? Okay, I wasn't really feeling it. Which is crazy. I've seen so much praise for that game that it's like, bro, one of the greatest platformers of all time. And I'm like, I'm saying this as a guy who loves the original Donkey Kong Country. Brother, I love the original Donkey Kong Country so much, I have it in box. I thought you love monkeys. Yeah, when they're in balls, dude. I love Donkey Kong Country, the original. There's something about Tropical Freeze. I just didn't care for the feeling. To put it over like under VVVV and all this stuff feels like blasphemous because I really didn't give it a fair shake. But I played about what, 1 level, 2 levels. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I like the fact that everything within the game world actually makes sense. Like if you see a platform, it's a part of the world. Very cool. But to me, like, yeah, I appreciate that on its merit. But as like, I'm always just, if it's a platformer, game feel is paramount. If I can do some sick shit, then I love it. And I think because, I don't know, maybe I'm getting it mixed up with Donkey Kong Country Returns, but I think Donkey Kong Country Returns you had to use motion controls, which is really fucking annoying. With Tropical Freeze though, I don't know. I wasn't really into it. I'll bump it up above Demon Turf for sure. Above ASMR Tetris, but not above Fury. No way. Jared, for a segment, would you like to hop on call and discuss the Wii U games you played? I think that's only fair. Hello.
Hey, Dan.
Hello.
Long-time listener, long-time contributor, first-time caller.
You like to see it, King? How's it going?
I'm doing okay. How are you on this fine day?
The day of our Lord and Savior, Santa the Claus. I'm doing great, man. I'm feeling holly. I'm feeling jolly. I'm bricked up like Santa Claus down the chimney, you know what I'm saying?
Did you say they found his tomb?
I did not say that.
No, I'm saying did you see?
Oh, Santa's.
Yeah, they found St. Nicholas's tomb in Turkey.
Wow, that's actually kind of epic. Good for them.
I'm gonna need everyone to just piss off right now. Sorry, not you.
What the fuck?
Well, all right.
I'm getting shot at from just so many different angles. I'm sorry.
That's a ban and a half. All right, Jared.
I'm getting jumped by everybody.
ISO, hold on a sec. You can cry
I'm
about it in a
sorry.
second. We just have to discuss the Wii U games quickly. There's more important matters than you getting jumped right now.
Doesn't matter how much you live in New York, you're always going to be jumped.
Yeah. Whether you're a CEO or a Transformers loving goober. Now, Jared, we're going to discuss the Wii U games you played. Once again, thank you for helping me out.
Absolutely.
Sonic Month was hell, but I did it. The first game, Jared, Zombie U.
Okay.
So I assume you know the tiers.
Okay.
Where would you put Zombie U?
Zombie U is probably like, if I'm gonna keep it a buck, like a very large portion of this month is gonna go under a single category.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I see you have it highlighted right now. But the thing is with Zombie U, like I followed it a bit when it came out, right? Like
Yeah.
it was a game that was made for the Wii U. It had a lot of weird things built around the Wii U and all the weird things that the Wii U had going for itself. That being said, it's probably gonna have to be a wasn't really feeling it.
Lower or higher?
There's a lot of like real close to that fucking game. I hate it.
I'm gonna put it above Avatar.
Which Avatar?
The one on GameCube that sucks.
Well, there's multiple on GameCube.
I did not know that. The one that I played sucked.
Do you remember what it was called? Or
It's literally just called Avatar: The Last Airbender.
okay, you said above that?
Yeah,
I'll allow it. Yeah,
Alright.
it's not. Game's not that great.
above that, but below Absolute Drift Zen Edition, because I did not care for that one.
Okay.
Next up, and I will say I might overrule this a little bit, but I just want to hear your thoughts because I respect you. Nintendo Land.
What's
I
the
love
category
Nintendo
above?
Land.
Wasn't really feeling it.
Okay. So there's Had a Lot to Like About It, Must Return to in 2025, or S tier Goated. I know where I would place it, but
Yeah.
I will respect your opinion here.
I would say probably in like the middle to higher portion of Had a Lot to Like About It,
I.
because the game had a lot of cute things going for itself.
Yeah.
It was very clear that it was like some form of a game that was used to just fill the console, fill the library of the Wii U, especially just being like, because it was a boxing game, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was like a pack-in game. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, there's a lot of fun, interesting shit about that game, but it feels like a pack-in game. It doesn't. Past that, there's not a whole lot going for it. Now, I'm sure, with the online capabilities that were available back in the day, it probably had a lot more going for it.
Nope.
No?
No.
Oh, well then,
It was strictly a local multiplayer game.
Really? Okay, well then it stays where like middle of Had a Lot of Liked About It, but
I can fuck with that because I do agree.
Yeah.
I think if it had online capabilities, that shit would go insane. But I will put it at the top of Had a Lot to Like About It for me.
okay.
If it was just me saying it, I would put it in Goated. Probably lower Goated, but I'm going to put it at the top of Had a Lot to Like About It. Above Smash 4. Because Smash 4, with Bayonetta and stuff, it, at least on like a competitive way, it became worse. It also had a lot of flaws. But Nintendo Land, for what it doesn't do anything wrong other than not having online. And I think that's where I would place it below Goated.
Yeah. It's not a super offensive game in any stretch of the word, but like it's fine for what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you had the the misfortune of like playing it over 10 years after it came out, where like you're not playing it in a household with a bunch of people like that. When you look, it's Christmas 2012, you just got the fucking Wii U and you're going on a Zelda adventure with a friend, or like you're doing the fucking Luigi's Mansion game. It's a fun night. And for that, like if you miss out on that, it's like, yeah, why the fuck would you come back to this without online? Right? No, I think that's totally fair. Where would you put Vanilla Mario Kart 8?
Okay. Vanilla Mario Kart 8, none of the DLC, none of the deluxe shit that's available on Switch.
Yeah.
Not even online capabilities.
Yeah.
I would probably put that at like a mid to low. Like here's the thing. A lot of these games that got a better version of it on Switch are kind of serviceable. They're fine games. But when you are playing these versions that are a lot more bogged down in comparison,
right,
it makes it hard to enjoy them.
I think that's fair.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
So would you say mid to low had a lot to like about it? Because it's still a competent, solid game.
Yeah, no, like the game is still fun. Like it's still Mario Party or Mario Kart. It's when you're playing it by yourself and there's no there's nothing else to do. It gets a little bit tiring.
I'm gonna put it above 1080 snowboarding for the 64, but below Rocket Racing. I'm intrigued to see your thoughts because I don't even know where I would place this. Where do you put Captain Toad Treasure Tracker?
Wasn't really feeling it.
Okay, high or low?
Mid to low, wasn't really feeling it.
Okay, I'm gonna put it right under Frog Gun. I think that's like perfect. You think it's worse than Army Men? Sarge's War?
I like that game, so.
What? Okay. So then
I haven't played that game in a long time, but I remember liking it as a kid.
Okay.
I might return to that game.
Do you? Yeah, you put that in the. Okay. Oh my God. Treasure Tracker. Then I'm putting under those ones and above Timberman Versus.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
Even the Wii U, like the Wii U version has a little bit more going for it because like it's like it's got touchpad and shit like that. But even Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker by itself on Switch it's not a very fun game. It's one of those games that works when it was on the 3DS, and that's probably the only place it'll work.
I think that's valid. What are your thoughts on Bayonetta 2?
Higher end of
had a lot to like about it. Okay.
Yeah, because like that's like it's honestly because I've played the opening of 2 on Switch before in the past, and it felt the same, like 1-to-1 almost. It's just different console.
Okay, I'm gonna put it above Ollie Ollie World.
Yeah, I'll
below
take that.
Smash 4. New Soup, and honestly, we can just group these both together unless you really think one is significantly better than the other. I have my own thoughts on that, which is funny, but New Super Mario Bros. U and New Super Luigi U.
They're both probably they're probably both on the higher end of wasn't really feeling it.
Okay, I will put them both at like the top of it.
Yeah, because it's.
I'm gonna put. Okay, my personal thought is I like Luigi U more.
That's what it's like the common thing I think I've heard people say. I think I watched the Scott Games video or whatever the fuck that guy's name is on the Luigi U.
Scott the Waz?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. I watched Scott the Waz's video on Luigi, the Year of Luigi after playing Luigi U.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what is like the whole purpose of this other than Year of Luigi?
Yep.
And I was like, I understood a lot of the other stuff that was going on, but like, yep, it's the same fucking game.
Yep, basically. It's just you have a shorter timer, so it makes it a little more challenging. And then Luigi has his flutter jump, which and to me, that's what I preferred because it was like, hey, it actually, I don't know, it actually gives me a little bit of something to work with other than just, another soup.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Bowser and the Fairy Jar, aka New Super Mario, or no, not new, just Super Mario 3D World. Where do you place that one?
3D World is probably on like the middle of had a lot to like about it. It's like it's a fine game. It's fun, but it's one of those ones where the Switch version just has a lot more shit going for it.
Yeah, that's fair. I can't in good consciousness put it below a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna put it underneath Celeste 64. It is still on the higher end of it, but I think that's where I would put it. It's even then, I think I have to put it above Celeste 64. Celeste 64 is just it's great, very clean little game that they released, but 3D World has a lot of content, so I would stick that there. Pikmin 3, where are we putting Pikmin 3?
It'll probably be at the lower end of had a lot to like about it.
Okay.
It's like it's Pikmin, and
here's the ultimate question, Jared. Is Pikmin 3 better than Stumble Guys?
Yes.
Is Pikmin 3 better than Valorant?
Anything to keep Valorant down, so yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put Okay, this is one that maybe Pikmin 3 or Pico Park.
Probably Pico Park.
Okay, so I think above Valorant, below Pico Park.
Yep, and you know what? We can probably move Valorant down a couple tiers as well while we're at it.
I will put Valorant below Fury. Hyrule Warriors. Vanilla Hyrule Warriors.
Vanilla Hyrule. You know, I've never played Switch Hyrule Warriors, but I really enjoyed what I played of.
It's a good game.
Regular. Yeah.
I'll also say this. The complete package of Hyrule Warriors Vanilla on Wii U is still a huge game. There is still a lot of content. It's just they added more in the 3DS one, and then Definitive just brings it all together.
Like I was never a big Dynasty Warriors guy, but I really enjoyed what I played of Hyrule Warriors.
Right, same. Okay. Are we looking at mid to high with like about it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. Hi, Cadence. Just dropped by to say. Wait. Hi. Oh. Hi, and you look so holly and jolly. I do be holly and jolly. Thank you for stopping by. I hope your Christmas is merry. I didn't read your snap because I've been doing this tier list, but I hope outside was good. I think for Hyrule Warriors. Oh, this is an easy one. Okay, do you think would you prefer it over Mario 3D World?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put it over fucking Tiger Woods 2004. Moi, TTYL. Yes, smooches. I will talk to you later, Cadence. Mario Maker, the original.
Ooh. Okay.
What are your thoughts on this with what you
Here's
had
the thing. I
available?
really like, if we're basing it on what I had available to me when I played it, it'd probably be a very low had a lot to like to, if not like kind of mid.
Right.
But that game in its prime
Yeah.
had a lot of shit going for it.
I think we can judge it by it in its prime though. Like I think because here's the thing though, even when you go by like Super Mario Maker 2, I still think that Super Mario Maker 1 has a lot of merit because of the gamepad. This was like one of the only games where the gamepad really was integral to me. I played Mario Maker 2 and it wasn't the same. And I know it wasn't the same for a lot of people. Even though it had more tools to work with.
And I had the same thing because I bought Mario Maker 2 based off of everyone's high praise of the first one.
Yeah.
And I left it feeling very much like I was missing out on something.
Yeah.
Like there was something missing that made it so special.
I agree. So here's my thing then. We're gonna judge Mario Maker by it in its prime, because I think like, like for example with Mario Kart 8, it's in its prime now because it is the best that it could be now. Mario Maker Vanilla was great, and what came out after I don't think matched what the synergy that it had on Wii U. So judging it by that, like what are we thinking? Because I personally would put it with like had a lot to like about it, super high, if not super low goated. But
yeah,
I'm gonna put it at bottom of goated. I think for what it does with like a lot of creation tools, and to be honest, now even though this isn't official, by modding the game, servers are back up. People have like uploaded a lot of that stuff, so there are ways around it so you can get back to that prime, even if it's fucking stupid that they shut it down. The game itself is the greatest of all time. It's great. Hack into the Mario mainframe. Exactly. I'll put it at the bottom of goated. I think the game is pretty amazing for what it does. Oh yes, I'm so ready. Jared, what are your thoughts on Star Fox Zero?
That fucking game.
That fucking game that I hate, baby. I'm putting it above Universal Studios, though. Yeah, we don't even need to yap about that one anymore. While we're on the topic, though, Star Fox Guard. Might as well just rope it in. What are you thinking? The original Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, put in that fucking game that I
fucking game that I hate, but above Zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was a way to overlap them together, I would prefer it like that. But yeah, put them together side by side, hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Slippy is touching Fox McCloud's hand right now. Okay, this is a great one. Fun things to say about this. Assassin's Creed 4.
You know, I wasn't never really big on that game when it came out. I didn't enjoy it for some reason. I didn't enjoy it because of all the sailing and shit.
Yeah.
The Wii U version of that game is fun. I was enjoying myself playing that version.
I'm glad, because I enjoyed it a lot as well.
I'd put it like a mid to low. Had a lot to like. Like
Okay.
it's still Assassin's Creed. I'm kind of burnt out on those
Yep.
games, but I had fun playing that one for that time.
I'm going to put it below Excite Bike 64, but above all the Mega Mans.
Works for me.
Yeah. This is an interesting one. Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. What do you think about Kirby and the Rainbow Curse? With the 420 coins.
This is a weird one for me. This was the one game out of everything that you gave me, and the Wii U you gave me, had a save file.
Right. That is
So
really
I picked
weird.
That game, I picked that game up from that save file because I got really tired and burnt out of playing the first like 40 minutes of tutorials in
Yeah.
these Nintendo games.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wasn't really feeling it.
Okay.
It was kind of like just it felt disjointed in what it was trying to do.
Right.
But at the same time, it also could have just been because I picked up mid fucking save file.
It's
Who
also
knows?
possible. It's also possible.
But I wasn't crazy about what I played with that game.
I'm going to put it, from my own experience, below Captain Toad.
That works.
I'd like to give it a shot again, but I bought that game day one. I played it for about, and you know, I was still a young teen. I played that game for about 5 minutes. I watched the intro. I started playing, and I went, "This is very disorienting," because you have to whip your head down from the screen, back up to the TV, down to the screen, back up to the TV to see the full picture, right? And so I just was like, I am going to go play a different game. And I literally never picked it up again. So for me, I actually, I would never say I hate the game. I think it's a really disappointing one, though. Yoshi's Woolly World, what are your thoughts?
The amiibos are cute.
That they are.
The game was like okay, because I think this was one you did, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I did
I-
do this
I don't think
episode. I forgot.
Because that was the one where you took every single fucking amiibo you had down.
And that was the episode. That was the episode. Okay, I am going to put this
'cause I
one.
never played this.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay, I think if I had had Yoshi's Woolly World, if they had released it like 3 years earlier, I would have played the shit out of it because I don't think I had a PlayStation 4 at the time. Once I started moving to other consoles because there was nothing on the Wii U, when Wii U games dropped, if I didn't like them, I just didn't play them anymore. And it's not that I disliked Yoshi's Woolly World, it's that it just felt a little basic. It just felt a little basic for what it was, even though I know the art style's really cute, it has a lot of heart, it's pretty adorable, and it's way better than Crafted World on the Switch. I would put it above all the Mega Mans, but I would put it below Black Flag. Personally, like I would try to come back to Yoshi's Woolly World before I would go back to Pikmin. Even though I enjoyed Pikmin 3. I beat it, I got everything out of it. Yoshi's Woolly World though, I feel like I haven't tapped in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think it has a lot to like about it. It has a lot of heart. Lego Marvel Superheroes. What thoughts on this one? I've not played this game, so I have nothing to say.
It's like very, very low on the had a lot to like about it.
I will put it
to
under all the
maybe-
V's.
Maybe very high on wasn't really feeling it. It's
Okay.
like in terms of Lego games, it's fine,
Right.
but it wouldn't be my first pick if I was going to just go pull a random Lego game off the shelf to play.
No, that's fair. Most Wanted You. What are your thoughts on this one, King?
I like the Need for Speed games, man. But this one, it just don't feel right. Like, maybe different console it would work, but playing it with a fucking Wii U pad, it just felt horrible.
But bro, the Wii U version has warp pipes.
Does it?
Yeah, that was like their whole gimmick was that you had warp pipes that you could go through and they would transport you to different parts of the city. It was the dumbest shoe-in thing. So, okay. Wasn't really feeling it, or bottom of had a lot to like about it.
I would take it over Zombie U.
Okay.
I would take it over Captain Toad.
Okay.
Top of wasn't really feeling it. I would play it over the Mario games.
Okay, I would have to agree with you on that. I had a lot of good memories with it, but I think the thing that really pissed me off when it came out, and I don't know if you noticed this, but when you get into the game, they just give you every car. From the gamepad, you can select any car that you want. So there's like no actual feeling of progression, which is hilarious because they use the name of Most Wanted. And that was the whole thing about the original Most Wanted was it was progression. You lost your car to that fuckhead, and then you had to earn your way up. Most Wanted it's none of that. You just have everything that you could ever want. So it's like, what is driving me to keep racing? Other than the fact that I think like, you know, like it's, I don't know, it's fine. But that's, I would agree with like, wasn't really feeling it at this point. I can respect that. Did I enjoy it at the time? Absolutely. But I know I would never go back to it at this point. Next up, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed on Wii U. Thoughts?
I enjoyed that game. I had a lot of fun playing it.
So do I.
I've always wanted to like, because it's on PC. I've always wanted to just do that as a fun with friends type thing.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I would put it probably right below Hyrule Warriors.
Okay.
Like, I had a lot of fun with that game. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it's a good one. I would have to agree. All right, what are your thoughts on Pokken Tournament?
Dude, okay.
I'm so intrigued.
I went on a fucking tear in that game. That game was awesome. As someone who doesn't play a whole lot of fighting games,
yeah,
I was enjoying that shit. I contemplated buying the Switch version after playing that.
That's awesome.
I was having so much fun.
Would you say this is a must return to in 2025? Is that our first Wii U must return to? Or is it?
It'd be top of had a lot to like about it.
Okay.
If I was to put it somewhere.
Sure. Would you put it above Nintendo Land then?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Valid. I'm gonna quickly.
Cause like, dude, that game was fun. I don't know what it was about it.
It's good. I think it's a pretty good game.
It just clicked in my head. I was enjoying it.
Yeah, I fuck with that heavy, bro. Oh, Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
That one was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I was enjoying Pokken Tournament. So it would probably go somewhere around
under Bayonetta, under Mario 3D World.
It'd go under Assassin's Creed, I would say.
Okay, but above Woolly World.
That's up for you to decide because I never played Woolly World.
I'm gonna be real, above Woolly World, easy. Next up is Scribblenauts Unlimited. What are your thoughts on Scribblenauts Unlimited?
I've always liked the PC version of that game because that's probably the only version of it I have played.
Right.
It's a cool game. I like the ability to it's just a problem-solving game, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes that's all you need. You just need a simple little problem-solving game to get you through the day.
I agree. I think there's nothing inherently wrong with it. I like that on the Wii U version you can like put Mario and a bunch of other like Nintendo characters in it, which is fun. And I think obviously with having like the gamepad, it's not necessary, but it works to have like, you know, stuff that you type out on it. Where would you place it then? Personally, I think it had a lot to like about it.
Yeah, that's fine there. Like it's a completely like inoffensive game. It's super fun, super wholesome.
I'm gonna put it above Stumble Guys, but below Pikmin 3.
That works.
Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Okay. Now, I, for years, have wanted to play Twilight Princess. It has been one of those games that I remember, like, I've been trying to get on GameCube. I never wanted to play the Wii version because I just didn't want to have to finagle with a Wii remote and nunchuck.
Real
Zelda game. Finally being afforded the opportunity to play it, it was okay. It wasn't like amazing as I was like anticipating it to be. It wasn't like super mind-boggling like any other. It was like a super like middling Zelda game. I think I got as far as like the second or third day. I don't know. I just kind of got like, I think the problem with this one was like near the end of the month and I was wanting to get over.
Yes, I was gonna say, did you turn into a wolf yet?
I think I had one like dream about it or something. Like I
and then you go through through the dungeon of the castle or whatever.
No, I think that was like the problem with this one is it was way too slow for.
I was gonna say
when I
so
was playing it.
I will say I'm gonna put it. No, I would put it at like around goated somewhere, but in terms of your playthrough, I will put it at near the top
You know
of had
what?
a lot to like about it because it.
You know what I'll do? I'll put it. Hey, must to return to in 2025.
Okay,
I gotta
valid.
give it another shot.
Valid. I'm putting it above American Chopper 2. Twilight Princess, it's great, is what I will say. There are so many standout moments in that game that, like, now with the hindsight of what's come after,
Yeah.
there's still a lot that happens in that game that's just like, what the fuck? There's a lot of like dark tones, and with Nintendo not wanting to focus on stories, they just drop these things that you're like, they're so cryptic that, I mean, a game like Twilight Princess is a part of the reason why like Zelda theories ran so rampant in like the 2000s on YouTube and stuff, is because like there were just so many questions of like, who are these people? What is this vision that Link has at this one point? You know, what are like the interlopers? All this shit that just will probably never get answered, but it's really cool. And honestly, the only problem that I think Twilight Princess has is basically what you went through, which is that the opening scene is fucking long. You have to go herd the fucking rams. You got to go fish a cat. You got to go and do all this other shit. Then your friends get stolen. And then finally you go to try and save them, and then you go to the Twilight area. Then you have to come back. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But
Yeah, it was a lot of just like, go here, do this, come back. And when it, like, just at the time of when I was playing it, I was like, bro, you're fucking killing me.
I think you should return to it in 2025. It's a great game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, for a long time it was my favorite Zelda. It's like my top 3, top 5. Next game. I'm excited for you to talk about this one because I only played 5 minutes because my Switch gamepad was broken, and then I couldn't do anything because you have to use your gamepad as a phone. Of course, I'm talking about Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE.
Must return to in 2025.
Yeah.
Top of the fucking list, baby.
Top
Dude,
of the
that game.
Yeah. Okay. I see you.
That game was fucking great. I, as someone who like doesn't like starting JRPGs because of how long they take, that game was so much fun. I was so like just infatuated with what was going on. I was like interested. I cared. I like after I did that video, I went and put it on my wish list on Steam or on Switch.
Yeah.
And bought it when it was on sale. 'Cause
Wow.
I was like, yes.
Wow.
I've owned it for like a few months now. I've been waiting for the time to like just sit down and grind out this like
I respect that,
60,
dude.
70-hour RPG. Like I fucking really liked that game. I really digged what was going on, and I want to play it more.
Fuck yeah. I respect that, dude. Hell yeah. This is a fun fact. So I bought the special edition, which I think I had lent to you when I gave it to you. I just gave you the whole box. It came with it's not like a full OST, but it's like an OST with some of the fucking not Vocaloid songs, but like the Idol songs. And holy shit, the fucking opening song is such a banger too. It's so good.
Yeah.
And then it came with like character art cards. Honestly, pride and joy that I own that. I got it for super cheap too on eBay because nobody wanted that game. But I'm happy to put it at the top of must return to in 2025 because I want to play it as well. I literally own it. I just have to take some time. Okay, what are your thoughts on Mass Effect 3 for Wii U?
Okay. As someone who has played the Mass Effect games before,
Right.
and I've played and beaten Mass Effect 3 on PS3 back when it came out, and I thought it was like completely okay of a game. A lot of hardcore fans of the series hated how it ends. I also am kind of like, it ends in kind of a weird way. Weirdly enough, Mass Effect, like, this felt like a way that you should be able to play it. Like, it's worth playing it this way at least once, I would say.
Right. Okay.
It is very much because like neither 1 and 2 are not on the Wii U.
Yeah.
So like it puts you through like a 40 minutes to an hour like animatic where you just make all of your choices for the first 2 games before you start the third one.
I remember that. Yep.
Yeah. Because I don't know if anyone here saw the video, but I had started the character creation. I set the gamepad down for a moment, and somehow I hit stop recording. And so then I went through the entire like 40 some odd minutes of making all the story choices of what was going to happen before my John Shepard went on his adventure in Mass Effect 3 to then find out, hey, none of it was recorded. And then I'm mid cutscene making a decision and it's like, hey, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
So I unfortunately didn't get to do much of the combat on Mass Effect 3. I didn't get to do a lot of those big decisions because, again, the opening a few hours of that game is pretty slow, as is most RPGs, unfortunately.
Yep.
But I would be intrigued to check it out more.
Okay.
If given the opportunity, I would say at the very least it's worth other people checking out.
I'm assuming then you would had a lot to like about it. Where are you putting it there?
Yeah, I would say probably below below Bayonetta 2.
I don't have much to say on it because I did all that. I played the first like area where you're in like a big battle, and then like all that shit happens, and then I just dropped it
or whatever.
Yeah, I kind of just dropped it. I was like, oh, cool. And I don't know, something just happened. Didn't really click with me, but it wasn't anything against the game. I just was like, yeah, I felt like I was dropped in on a story midway through its story. So I was like, yeah, I don't feel invested in any of this. So I'm glad I still have it though. But the next one's cool because you've played this and I haven't, and I went and spent like $80 to go buy this game and still never played it, and now it's coming to Switch. So yippee and fuck me. Xenoblade Chronicles X. What are your thoughts on that one?
Hey, brother, you know where that's already going.
I don't actually.
Oh, it's going. We'll return to in 2025.
That's what I wasn't sure, but I couldn't remember.
Like, yeah, no, I'm absolutely buying that game when it comes out on Switch because it's like I've played the first 6 or 7 chapters of Xenoblade Chronicles 1.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed what I played of it. It was a very interesting world building, and then this version of that world building was also super interesting.
Yeah.
It feels more like the other Xenoblade games, but it's like it something about it. Like I don't know if it was more futuristic or what, but I really enjoyed what I played of it, and I want to play it more when it comes out in March.
Absolutely. I can't believe that's getting close now. Yikers.
Yeah, 3 months away.
Yep. Well, and with that is all the Wii U games, Jared. Yippee. Yippee, everybody. Thank you for your help,
Yippee.
Jared.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Merry Christmas.
I'm going to continue with this. And I once again have to thank you so much for helping me that month. I mean, that...
Absolutely.
I would not have been able to do it with all the Sonic Month content, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll talk later. Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Holly Jolly.
Merry Christmas.
And
Holly Jolly.
you as well, ISO. Bye. Jared, everybody! After Wii U month, I then went on to do just some random games on my Switch, starting with the demo for Princess Peach Showtime. It was fine, honestly. Like, it wasn't bad. It's not that I wasn't even feeling it either. I think I had a lot to like about it, but I wouldn't put it super high up. I'm gonna put it above Valorant, but below Fury. I think Fury's sick, but I just don't find myself like that enthralled with it. But Princess Peach Showtime, that pose that she'd given, that's me going, do I buy this game? Maybe on sale. Part-time UFOs goated. Sorry, not even a question. Not even a fucking question. I love this game. It's gonna go to the bottom of goated. I played through all of it, and I do return to it very often, but I don't see myself putting it above a lot of these, where they're very replayable and stuff. You know, in hindsight, I think Burnout Paradise could probably go down a little. I think it's goated though. Like, I do think it's a fun game. It's a very fun game. And you can play it as a DeLorean. Fuck it. I don't have to talk myself out of it. Kirby's Dream Buffet is okay. It's good. But I think it's super limited by just a lack of options, a lack of game modes, a lack of content. And the fact that you pay like $30 for it, and then it's just like, that's it. Scott did a video recently of Switch tax. That is the Switch tax in effect. That game is not worth like $30, $20. Like, it's like worth 10, maybe. So I'm gonna put it above Superheroes, above V, but below Pilotwings 64. I think 64 is a way more complete package, and with NSO it's basically free. Where the fuck is the music? Unused track 3, unused track 4. Why did it do that? It put it on like all this weird music first. It's because I clicked award ceremony like a jackass. Next up, Sneaky Bus. To put it in goated is wrong. It's goated to me, but it's not a goated game. It is Snake and Crazy Taxi rolled into one, which is awesome. And it was there for me during COVID when I really needed it the most. I'm gonna put it above Ollie Ollie World. I love Snaky Bus, don't get me wrong. I would in passing language say it's goated, but it's not goated. It's a pretty bare bones game, but it's not. It's so arcadey and endlessly replayable. I can't put it in goated though. That just feels wrong. Exit 8. Exit 8 was cool. This game was awesome. If I could call up Moxie on a lovely Christmas day, I would, and ask her what she would rank it. I think this was awesome because I think her and I were in call when we played it, and she gifted me the game. This was cool. I really liked the Exit 8. I don't necessarily say it's goated, but I think it had a lot to like about it. It's a very quick little romp. I would put it above Celeste 64. Yeah, I'm really good with that actually. Uno, fucking goated, bro. Goated. Actually, I can't put it in goated because the Wii U version, no, sorry, the Switch version is kind of garbo. I can't fucking play with Jared. It won't let me. He has to invite me. I can never invite him, which like is kind of a not problem because he can just invite me, obviously. But it is a problem because I should be able to invite my friend if he's in my fucking friend list. I think Uno is an all-time classic. I wouldn't put it above Snaky Bus though. Dude, this Maxwell game sucks. This Maxwell game sucks. I would possibly put it below Avatar because at least Avatar is like a complete game that there's like a lot to do. Is Cabane in a call? She's probably enjoying Christmas right now. If Cabane is online, I'm gonna ask her. Or if Cabane is in chat, which I also kind of doubt. Oh, she is. All right, I'm gonna call her. Hold on. Let's see if she answers. Cabane?
Yeah?
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. What's up?
I am doing a tier list of all of the games that I played over the Danno 365 channel this year, and I need your help on one ranking.
Okay.
We played
God, I'm
Bokura.
mad.
We played Bokura together.
Yes, we did.
What were your thoughts on that game?
I think it was fun.
I do too.
I liked the story. What are the options?
So the tiers go as follows. S is goated. It's just S tier goated, but the next one below it is must return to in 2025. I don't necessarily think I would.
Yeah,
I think we played
That's
through it.
definitely a one-time.
Yes. So then the next one is had a lot to like about it. I think it did.
A lot to like. I think that one works.
So here's the thing. We have a bunch of games here. I'm gonna put it right in the center. I don't know if you're watching stream. No problem.
I am.
You are. Okay. So you see all the games here?
Yes.
I don't know where to put Bokura because I think as
okay.
a title and as like a full game experience, it was really good.
Yeah.
Like I think I would put it at like the higher mid to high portion.
Yeah, I agree.
But here's the thing. All right, like I know there's some games in here that you may have not played or that you may have. What do you think is justified for Bokura? Because like it's a two-player game. I think the level design and like its gimmick of two screens in different worlds is really cool.
And I liked a lot of like some of the creative platforming puzzles it had.
Yeah.
And I liked the difference between visuals. Like how you saw more robotic.
Yeah, robot world versus like nature world or whatever.
I think where you have it right now looks good.
I do agree.
Not,
I think I would put it above Grapple Dog. Grapple Dog's cute, but Bokura is like a full experience. I think I would put Celeste 64, but also above.
I see that.
Have you played
the one next to it? I know what that one is. I think it's above the Exit because in terms of visuals, it is better.
That's true. And I mean, the Exit 8 is like you get through the 8 levels and then you're kind of good.
And that one's repetitive in a way.
Yeah, Bokura at least has like a story and like an arc and parts that you're like, you gasp, you gasp a little. All right, I think that's
good.
That's good placement. Thank you. Another guest on the call, Cabane. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I will, I'm sure, talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
another guest. Yippee! I wish I had my sound buttons working, but I did not fix them in time for this stream, unfortunately. No sounds for this VOD. Next up is we're getting to Game Boy Month. Yeah. I enjoyed Game Boy Month. There are some games that are kind of meh, but we have Super Mario Land, the first. I don't know if I'd put it at GOATed, but I think I would put it at a lot to like about it. Close to the top. I think I would put it above... to put it above Uno, a timeless classic that I want to play all the time. I don't think I can do that. I do think it has to be right here. I think that's just what makes the most sense. Oh, I'm realizing I didn't full screen this after I shrunk it. For half of this video, it's gonna be off, but that's okay. Next up we have baseball. I wasn't a big fan. I would just put this at pretty middling. This kind of area of like old games that just are like meh. That's usually where I put it. Kirby Tilt and Tumble was interesting. I'm gonna say bottom of had a lot to like about it. Maybe even wasn't really feeling it. It's hard. It's one of those games where I'm either or on it, but I think Tilt and Tumble is like I think you're probably gonna get more out of Lego Superheroes than you are Tilt and Tumble. Mind you, you probably get more out of a lot of these games than Tilt and Tumble, but it's Kirby, bro. They don't fucking miss. Alleyway is just brick break. This was fine, but it's really repetitive. I'd put it above this Kirby game. Oops, not Captain Toad though. Captain Toad's better for sure. Dr. Mario, the original. It's good. I think Dr. Mario is really fun. I will put it above Tilt and Tumble, Superheroes. I'll put it beside Dr. Mario 64. Dr. Mario 64 is just the same game, but better, with like a cool art style and Wario for some reason. Mario Golf on Game Boy. Mario Golf on Game Boy is really cool, actually, because I think this was like the RPG one. I would say had a lot to like about it. Above Woolly World, because I still think I would try come back to a lot of these other games before I would Golf RPG. This stupid ass picture, bro. Mario Tennis on Game Boy is pretty good. I honestly would just put it in the same vein as RPG and just call it a day. Make it easy on myself. Oh, Castlevania Legends. I can't remember which one this one is because we did Legends and then we did the Adventure. Shout out to Cuddlefish for that. Thank you for giving me that game, I'm pretty sure. Legends, we'll just put in wasn't really feeling it. It's weird. I don't have a distaste for gum, but gum, once you get to a certain point, just sucks. Quest for Camelot. I don't know if I hated this game, but I put it low, like really low. Tetris is a go. Castlevania the Adventure, though, I will put with the other Castlevania game just below it. Quest for Camelot peak. Darth S, do you shut your whore mouth? Tetris is peak, though. Tetris is, I'm going to put at the bottom of GOATed because even though it is GOATed, it's GOATed because it deserves to be here, not necessarily because I think like, oh, I love it so much. Like, this is not the Tetris that I would return to. I'd probably return to 99, exactly. I'd return to Tetris 99 any day before that. I'm wondering if I had that on here. Game & Watch Gallery 3, I did them all out of order. They're like the same game, and they're good. I would put them below the Mega Man franchise, but above Pico Park. To put Game & Watch Gallery above a lot of these games actually feels like blasphemy, but I like them a lot. I'm going to put them above Valorant, below Princess Peach, all three of them. Gallery 2... Why can't I find it? Did I put it up here? Yeah. And then Gallery 1, What That Tongue Do, Part 2. I'd put these ones above 2 for some reason, just because I choose to. Burger Time Deluxe is mid. I'll go with wasn't really feeling it. Probably above Alleyway. I don't know. I don't really fuck with Burger Time that much, man. It's a cool concept, but I don't fuck with it. I'd put it above Kirby for sure, but below Alleyway. Alone in the Dark was this thumbnail. This game was fucking mid, bro. I'd put it above... Because of it being pixely and like confusing in a way, I would put it above Gum. Below Castlevania the Adventure is kind of crazy though. I'd put it above Castlevania's. Blaster Master above that one. Like these all just blur together for me, so I just kind of group them. Same with Gargoyle's Quest. You afraid of being alone in the dark? It depends. If I'm not at home. If I'm at home, fuck, I don't give a shit. No one's in my home. I know that. But if I'm like at work and like everybody leaves before me and it's just me locking up and everything and the lights are off, yeah, it actually is kind of spooky. Pokemon TCG, bench Pokemon, I was not feeling this one. I wasn't feeling a lot of the Game Boy games, to be honest. They're pretty middling. I think I would put TCG under Frogun though. Like, I think TCG for what it is probably has more depth than a lot of the games that are down here. If not having more depth, I just think it's a cooler concept because it's literally just the TCG. Kirby's Dream Land, I wouldn't put it in my favorites. Like, I wouldn't put it in GOATed, but I think for a full game playthrough, it kind of belongs in that same area as Super Mario Land. good full games that you can complete super quick. Why weren't you a fan of Frog Gun? It just felt basic. I think Good Vibes Gaming has a good video where they talk about the term that I think, actually, oddly enough, Demon Turf developers came up with, which is an expressive platformer, where, you know, you have your jump, then you have your double jump, then you might have a flutter, or you have like a glide, or you have a kick that gets you up a little bit more, or you can wall jump. Stuff like that. Expressive platformers are like my bread and butter, my cup of tea, if you will. My scone, butternut squash, because I feel like I have way more control and way more options for what I'm going to do. And I didn't get that with Frog Gun other than the frog thing. And I thought I did at some points, and I just didn't. And I was like, yeah, it's really cute. That's why when I put it here, I said style over substance for me. I think the collectibles are cute, whatever, it's fine, but It's mainly using your Frog Gun to get over bottomless pits is a lot of the time the thing. And there's extra areas you can go, but yeah. Kirby's Dream Land 2, I'm going to just put with Dream Land 1, but above it, because it is better in a lot of ways. But I wasn't able to really go in that deep with it. Yeah, it seems like a great game to me. I think these are classics in their own right. Okay, Link's Awakening, I did not play a lot of, and I'm gonna keep it real. I wasn't really feeling it, but I'll put it at the top. I wasn't really feeling it. It's fine. It's fine. You know, I think as a kid, maybe I could have given it more time, but not really it for me. Same with Metroid 2. I do like that thumbnail, though. That thumbnail was fucking stupid, and so was the title. SR3 Later Skater was what I called it. Fucking stupid. I'd put this above Gargoyle's Quest, but below Galaga. I mean, like, it gets the Metroid tax, and that's how it bumps up. Other than that, it's not that great. These Zeldas were cool. I actually liked the openings for both of these Zeldas quite a bit. Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages. I'd put that at, had a lot to like about it, but I wouldn't put it super high. Like, I'd probably put it below Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. And he shakes ass with a baddie. Come on. The Latina? Quit playing. Wario Land, number 1. Not really feeling it, but I'll put it at the top. I do like it over Link's Awakening. Wario Land 3 is better, but it's not by much. I would put it below Oracle games. I didn't get to play Wario Land 4 because I kind of kept Game Boy Advance games out of the loop, because that's going to have its own series this new year and just into the future, so I didn't worry about that. But Wario Land 4 would be in GOATed for me. That game is amazing. Millipede and Centipede I'm going to put with the rest of the wasn't really feeling it games in the Game Boy area here. Probably above Gargoyle's Quest. Now I'm trying to remember what Gargoyle's Quest even was. It was Ghosts and Goblins, but I'm like, wasn't it kind of good? I know I didn't really give a shit about Blaster Master, that's for sure. And Kid Icarus is mid too. It'll get the Kid Icarus tax, and I'll put it above some of these. Donkey Kong Land, I'll put at the bottom of had a lot to like about it. For what it is, it's impressive. It does feel weird putting it below Lego Superheroes, but nah. Super Chase HQ, got it. No, I'm just kidding. Super Chase HQ, I think, is not a great game, but I like what it does, which obviously I have a whole video about it, so you could always refer to that. But I wouldn't put it above a lot of these games. I would put it above, I'd probably, for now, from what I've played, because I beat Super Chase HQ, and that was like I'd say a pretty pivotal point in my life, you know? That video is pretty great. I'd put it above the Oracle games, even though that feels wrong. You know what? I know more about the Oracle games. I know that there's stuff that happens in those that is really cool. I'll put Super Chase HQ above Wario Land 3. I hate GBA Kid Icarus. I think you mean Game Boy. I got it as a birthday gift from my grandma, and I haven't been able to respect her since. Shit is so mid and garbage doo-doo butter. Although it's a much better game than the OG. It's sort of the thing, man. I mean, it's fine. It's fucking fine. Oh, Pokemon Red is goated. I can't hand these out willy-nilly, but it's literally the first ever Pokemon. Whether I like it or not. Like, to me, there's some that are just, they transcend. There's nothing that I could say about, like, the weird sprites or, like, balancing issues or whatever that would negate how pivotal Pokemon was, you know? Pretty okay game. Gave me Pikachu. I put it at the bottom of S tier because they've obviously surpassed it in various titles, but you gotta respect where it was in its prime. Mario Land 2. I will put this in higher. Had a lot to like about it. I don't know if I'd say it's quite goated. I'd put it above Snaky Bus for sure. I think it's a very good game. An improvement over Super Mario Land, and it's already a great one. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, goated, S tier, not even a question. And I think this is finally the first one that I would put above Sonic Generations. It's hard, but I think I will. Super Smash Bros. Melee, another goated one. I would put this above Fortnite. I wouldn't put it above Generations, no. The floor is lava. This was awesome. This is going to be the first Fortnite. Actually, no, Fortnite Rocket Racing didn't get goated. Floor is lava was awesome. It was fucking chaos. I'd put it above Rocket Racing, and I'd put it above 007. It is gone, unfortunately. You can't play it anymore, but for what it was, I met a bunch of people playing in Phil lobbies. And one of them I still play with in Fortnite sometimes. She just invites me to her squad and I join with her friends. And I think that's kind of cool. The floor is lava? Yeah, for sure. I love this one. I think I would put it above Pac-Man. Maybe. I'm trying to think of if I really want to do that. I mean, it's Fortnite. Floor is lava is Fortnite, but then Midas's like gold liquid lava was coming up and you had to like build around it. It was crazy. I like it over the Exit 8. I like it over Bokura. I don't know if I would put it above fucking Mario 3D World though. I'll put Floor's Lava up here. I didn't want to give it that much merit for just a game mode in Fortnite, but like, you know, it's Fortnite. Ape Escape, fucking absolutely must return to in 2025. I didn't get to beat this one. Yeah, this one's great. We're gonna go put this one. Fuck. I know I would return to this more than a lot of these other games. I'm putting it at the top. Just being real about it. Bogey 6 Dead. Oh my god, we're in PlayStation month. That just clicked. Okay, Bogey 6 Dead. Bogey Dead 6, whatever. I did not like this game. I think I might put it in that fucking game that I hate at the top though. I feel like as we get closer to some of these, this is where we get to like the middle, the really mid shit. This one was Burning Road, and I can't remember if Burning Road was a video that had crashed. Hold on, I'm gonna open up a new tab and just see here, because I think if it is... Hi Shoddy, I'm so back. What's up, girl? How's it going? We're going through all these games that I played. We're gonna go to Danno Gold here. Listening while I do my Garfield word search puzzle. Let's go. That's epic. I did play Destruction Derby. I feel like there was one that I didn't get to play. Burning Road, I'm gonna say it was probably fine. I just don't really remember a lot of it. Destruction Derby I didn't like. I would put Destruction Derby above Zombie U, above Drift. These games I really didn't like. Destruction Derby was just kind of mid. I think I would put it above a lot of the Game Boy schlock. Below Captain Toad. I actually like Captain Toad a bit. Burning Road I think was fine, but I'll keep them together. They just seem like that. Fear Effect I actually am going to put in must return to in 2025. Very bottom. I don't think I will, but for its art style and its play style, I think it was really cool. By the way, Merry Christmas. Hope you've been having a good time. I have. I can't believe it's 1 p.m. and I've been streaming and doing this video recording for 2 hours. It's gonna be a huge video. Legend of Dragoon. This one's good. I don't know if I'd return to it. I would probably put this at the bottom of has a lot to like about it. I'm more likely to go back to Donkey Kong Land 2, and I think I have more fond memories of Donkey Kong Land 2, but the demo for Legend of Dragoon was kind of cool. It was intriguing. No way, Cadence. Garfield word search, based. Yeah, she is kind of based. Next up we have Pro Skater 1 and 2, the originals though. And these are all demos, by the way. Even then, for the demos that they were, these were great. Oh no, one was Grind Session. This one was fake ass Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Grind Session, fuck you. I'm gonna say that fucking game that I hate, and then Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, actually good. I'd be a little based or whatever. It was my Christmas gift for my friends. That's a good ass Christmas gift. I'm gonna put Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 above 1080p. Jesus Christ, I say that every time. 1080 snowboarding. This one, Speed Punks, I didn't get to play. This is another couldn't play game. Not a lot of those. Crash Team Racing was fucking awesome. I think I had a lot to like about it. I'd put it above Excite Bike 64. I think there's like a lot of these games down here that I'm like, I don't know if I'd give it a shot again, but I'm like, I would give Crash Team Racing another one. And he's Christmas Garfield on the front. No way. No weighing Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, Crash Team Racing is good, but I don't know. I would much I don't know though. 1080. I'm looking at rose tinted glasses here. 1080 snowboarding controlled like ass from what I recall, and it was super jank if you were like gonna die or not. But it was funny. I had a lot of fun playing against Buck. Like that was really good. Good fond memory. I'm gonna stick with it. I think that's fine. Undertale 2 first 20 minutes. No way. This one was Medieval 2. This I will put in must return to in 2025. Like once again. Does that mean I'm going to? No, but this is one that I would try to give another shot because this was cool. And a good demo. Really good demo. Garf Miss was Peak Miss. I realized I misread that. Spyro, I think this was another one that I couldn't play. The demo crashed. Oh, Hot Shots Golf, I think this was, right? Yeah, Hot Shots Golf. I think it's the original. I thought it was 2, though. Hot Shots Golf, I would play again. Had a lot to like about it. I would put it with Mario Golf. Okay, Tomba 2, I would put it, wasn't really feeling it, but I'd put it like a higher. I think, like, I would like to give it a shot again. But I could see myself, trying to give Wario Land a shot, or even Link's Awakening a shot before I do Tomba. But I'll put it up there. Threads of Fate. Barfing is always so refreshing. I fucked with this one quite a lot. I would like to see more, and I think because of that, I must return to it in 2025. Maybe I'll just do what I did with Parasite Eve and just get a fucking ROM at this point. Because, well, I don't want to go to eBay. You guys will see some Christmas presents, but I'm pretty sure the game goes for like at least like 200. That's Canadian, of course. Jedi Battles. Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Battles. Jedi Power Battles, sorry. This game sucks. I actually think this was, at the time, my least favorite game I had played of the year, which is insane. That goes right there, bottom of that fucking game that I hate. WWF SmackDown. Once again, I used The Rock as my thing. Honestly, I'll just put it with this one. They both kind of mean nothing to me, but it's funny. Frogger. But he's 3D now. Frogger 3D is Frogger. It's fine. I would put it by this Pac-Man, I think. It's fucking Frogger, dude. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey? Abe's Exodus, sorry. I always get that fucked up. This one was cool. I would put it around the same area as like Tetris Worlds for me, where it was like, it's a cool concept, but like a really gloomy atmosphere. So it like doesn't really draw me in, but I'm kind of intrigued about that world, right? And that energy. But yeah, I'd put it below Donkey Kong, but above the rest of this shit. I think that's fine. Mass Destruction was a top-down tank game. I remember fucking up. Oh, shit. Yeah, I fucked up. This one was supposed to drop way earlier, and it ended up releasing way later because I fucked up. Anyway, Mass Destruction is it's fine. It's a top-down tank game. You just go blow shit up. It doesn't even feel like a PlayStation game, to be honest. I'd put it below Legend of Dragoon. Had a lot to... I don't even know about that. But I like to say I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I'd have to put it at the top of here. Oh, N2O made me sick. I think I would have to put it near the bottom of wasn't really feeling it. I hoped that I would, and I just didn't. The music was sick. So maybe I'd put it above a lot of this for having good music. Below Galaga, for sure. Crash Bandicoot, the original. I mean, it's a GOAT. I'd put it above Tetris and above Pokemon Red, but below Part-Time UFO. It's the greatest of all time, for sure. Resident Evil, the original. I don't think I would come back to this one because I think the remake of Resident Evil that just came out a couple years after this, in like 2002 or whatever, 2003, whenever it came out, that game is superior in like every way. And then there's like the HD revision of that, and it's even better. But I do think this game is great in its own merits. I'd put it above Winback for sure. I'd put it above Sin and Punishment. We have Resident Evil 2. This game is goated. My playthrough was not indicative of that in the slightest. This game is amazing. For what it did at the time, you had 2 discs and you had 2 playthroughs. So you could play through as Leon, you could play through as Claire. Some of the interconnection between those 2 game modes, or those 2 game playthroughs, I should say, you could change the story. So you had Leon A, Claire A, and then Leon B and Claire B. And once you beat the game 2 times, 2 times with each, basically. It was cool. You affected what would happen in another game, basically. By doing that, I mean, this game is one of a kind. You don't get a lot of that in the remake, even though the remake is amazing in its own right. I think Resident Evil 2 is up there, even though I have never even soaked myself into a lot of the greatness that is Resident Evil 2, all of the extra shit that they have, the unlockables, the secrets, the cool shit. But I think this game is up there. Like, I have so much respect for what this game did at the time. But for me, I would just probably put it over... I could put it over Fall Guys. I have more of a connection with Fall Guys, so I'd put it above Balloon's Tower Defense 6 and keep it there. Even though I think it's actually like a greatest of all time game on this top row, for me, in my heart, I'll keep it in the middle of GOATed. Resident Evil 3 is good. It's not as good. It's very linear, but not. It's weird. Resident Evil 3 is like, because it takes place in the city, you're not just in like, you're in a mansion, you're in the police station, and you go around room to room. Instead, it's like, okay, you're in the streets and you're going fucking like apartment to apartment through like rubble and shit, just trying to find what you need. I don't think it works as well as the other 2 locations, but I think it's cool. And I've seen speedruns, and I know that the final battle with Nemesis is awesome. And Nemesis is a cool thing, even though he doesn't, in my opinion, compare to Mr. X, it's still cool. I would put Resident Evil 3 still, and had a lot to like about it, above the original Resident Evil for sure. I'd put it above the original Resident Evil. Like, I don't think I'd put it below Winback or Sin and Punishment. I'd put it below the original, though. It's not bad at all. A little bit of a step back from how amazing RE2 is. Oh my god, it's him, the mouse. It's fucking Stuart Little. This game sucked. This game was boring. I put it 1 step over Burger Time. I think I'm okay with that. Like, I look at all of these games and I go, I would not want to touch any of these. I go to this Kirby game and I go, maybe. I go Burger Time, I go, it's Burger Time, maybe. I go Stuart Little, I go literal. I go Stuart Little. Like, even Timberman Versus has its own merit in some respect, so I'd put it below. I don't know what I was thinking, actually. Why the fuck did I put it over Burger Time? I don't want to touch this game. Oh, the next one is Siphon Filter. This was interesting because it was very similar to Fear Effect in its like art style, but in some ways better, in some ways worse. I'm just going to put it by Fear Effect. Wherever I put Fear Effect, I don't remember. Must return to in 2025? Sure. I don't necessarily believe that I would, but I think Siphon Filter is pretty cool. Tarzan. I think the title of this video is like Tarzan Gets Freaky, and it's the thumbnail of him pulling off her glove, freaky style. I'm gonna say I wasn't really feeling it. I don't even remember. I'll put it by Destruction Derby too. Like, I don't think it's that bad, but I don't think it's that good. Metal Gear Solid, it's a GOAT. I wouldn't put it in GOATed just because I didn't really get enough to really feel that. And I think there's other Metal Gear Solid games that do a lot better. But I'll put it up here. I would probably put, how close are we to Wii games? We're pretty close. We have another N64 month, and then I think it's Wii month. I think the original Metal Gear Solid belongs above Celeste 6, no, above Exit 8, above Bokura, above Floor's Lava, Gang Beasts, okay. Above Tricky Towers for sure. Above Super Mario Land. I think I put Uno above Metal Gear Solid. That's a hard one, because I didn't really get into Metal Gear Solid in terms of that video. This was episode 200 too. I didn't really get into it as much as I would have liked to, but bro, I was so tired. It's crazy to think episode 200 was only July, and I was already exhausted, bro. Mind you, that was the final PlayStation month video, so yes, of course I was. I'm good with placing it there. I didn't get enough to say, so. Baby, I forgot we have a 5th one. There are 5 Fortnite episodes in this series. There was technically a 6th, but I cut it out. It'll come out in January. Fortnite Reload with this awesome picture of Bulma, Chica, Anakin Skywalker, and OJ. 2 people who are murderers, I might add. All doing fucking dances posed up. This shit is hilarious. I liked Reload quite a bit, and I think the stuff that they added as like Reload has sort of progressed has been sick too. I'm gonna put this in Must Return to in 2025. Like, I'd put this above Sonic, but below Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Oh, Bugs Life, the speed run. That one's a funny. Some of these thumbnails, I made like half of these on my phone, by the way. Like the one of Gruntilda with the tits and the heart behind her. I made that on my phone. This one I made on my phone. This one of, what's his name? Finn? Whoever the fuck from Bugs Life I did on my phone. Wasn't really feeling it, but I would still put it above a lot of these. I'd put it below Frogun for sure. But I'd put it above Captain Toad? No, I'd put it above Army Men. I'd put it above this. I'll put it below Frogun though, because I think I would give this a shot, ironically, just to see if I could beat it. But it's not a very good game. Like, I'm not gonna fuck around and lie to you. Oh boy. Castlevania 64 actually wasn't that bad. I used to really have a big disdain for it. I'd put it above Tomba because I wasn't feeling it still. Like, it's not a great game. I don't know though. I think I preferred it above a lot of these ones. So I would say above V, but I would play fucking Pumped BMX before trying out Castlevania 64 again. Just being real about it. So in terms of my play session, my Banjo-Kazooie play session was miserable because I couldn't find where to go. It was already a save file that had been started on the 64 on that cartridge. So I ran around like a jackass until I just went, well, I think I've given this enough time, on to the next video. And in that way I could have said couldn't play, but it's literally a goated game. Like, I love this game. Banjo-Kazooie I would place, oh my god, I don't know if I could put it above Mario 64. I think Mario 64 is the better game, even though for a long time I preferred Banjo-Kazooie more than 64, but since I started like casually doing my own speedruns of the game, I kind of prefer that. I think I'll keep it below. And I almost prefer Rocket League over it, so I'm just going to put that there for now. Will I regret it in the future? Maybe. I kind of beat Banjo-Kazooie, had a really big love for it. He got in Smash Bros, which I was like, oh my god, thank god. Oh my god, thank god. And then, like, you know, since then, I'm like, I love Banjo-Kazooie for what it is. I think I could go back, but I think Mario 64 all around is just the better game. Chameleon Twist. I think I had a lot to like about it. I don't know if I would return to it in 2025. Oh, I don't know if I'd put it above Make Man. I'd put Chameleon Twist below Pikmin 3, above Scribblenauts. Even that I'm kind of iffy on, man. I don't know. You can't look at one or two things. You kind of have to look at everything. It's like, would I prefer Chameleon Twist over most of these games down here? Yes. 64 is the better game. Much better. Between what, sorry? Chameleon Twist versus... Oh, sorry. Mario 64 versus Banjo? Yeah, I mean, like, it's hard to say for me. Oh my god, though. Dude. Cruisin' USA. Cruisin' USA is great. I want to put it in GOATed, but we already have a lot up there. I'd return to this in 2025. I love Cruisin' USA. I'm going to put it below Wallace and Gromit, though. Oh, Diddy Kong Racing also returned to in 2025, I think. I think this game was really good, and I think I didn't get enough time with it. But also, I don't think I would return to it in 2025. And for that, I would probably put it... I look at the games here, and I go, which ones would I put Diddy Kong Racing? I didn't have enough time with it. We have like this little bubble of like racing games. I would play this over vanilla Mario Kart 8 any day. Any day. Donkey Kong 64, I don't even think I played it. So I'm going to put it had a lot to like about it, but I'm going to put it at the bottom. This hockey game was actually kind of fun. I would put this probably near the bottom as well. Like, I think it's literally just hockey. I whooped this team's ass, by the way, if you didn't know. Rush is goated, but I'm not going to put it up there. That's kind of wrong. I actually think that San Francisco Rush is a very flawed game, but it's near and dear to my heart because like I played it since I was like 5. So I've been playing it for about not playing it for 20 years, but the first time I ever played it was like 20 years ago, something like that. And so because of that, I don't think I could put it any lower. I'll put it with the racing games again, and I'll put it above. To put it above Mario Kart 8 is crazy, actually. I'd put it above the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1. There was some cool shit in San Francisco Rush. It's jank as shit, but at that point, I think Aero GPX deserves to be higher. I would put Aero GPX over Mario Kart 8. The original Smash Bros. As much as it's goated, I'm not putting it up there. I would probably put OG Smash Bros. Below Rocket Racing. Above Rocket Racing, but above Winback for sure. See, now we're getting to like, okay, what 64 games do I prefer? And it's like, I think I would prefer Smash 64 over Sin and Punishment any day. But I think like these games as either multiplayer games or just like really giving it a shot and just getting in the world, sucked in, I think I would prefer these over a lot of these other ones. So I think I'm okay with this. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer was actually really good. I really liked this game. I'm going to put this at like a very confident, had a lot to like about it, above the first two Ollie Ollie games. I haven't really split up these games yet, because I would come back to Episode 1 Racer, I think, over almost all of these racing games, other than Diddy Kong. I think Diddy Kong maybe I would return to more just because it's like a cool thing. But the speed that you get from episode 1 Racer was really cool. I liked it. I liked the stages. XG2, I wasn't really feeling it. I was disappointed. I'd put it at the top of it though. No, not the top. I'd put it... I don't know, man. I really was thinking about putting it at the top because I was like, oh, I like the vibe. But it's like, dude, you just keep going in circles. That's it. With some like garage and like drum and bass music. That's kind of it. Like I almost feel like Absolute Drift feels basic, but XG2 almost feels mindless. Like it's an illusion where like for the first little bit you're like, damn, this is fire. And then you start playing and you're like, nothing is happening. Like you're versing the same kind of enemy swarm in. It's just like, how long can you go until you get a high score? And it's like, you're never gonna die. Even if you fall off the map, you just come right back. And 2-0, I'm putting to that fucking game that I hate. I'm putting it lower because it gave me motion sickness. And I'm gonna put XG2. I don't know, man. At least the music was fire, right? Like, that's the thing. I'm like, if the music is fire, I can at least give the game that. I'll put it above Stuart Little. I'll put it above Stuart Little because at least Timberman Versus has the multiplayer aspect. XG2 might. But from what I had with the game, I have yet to see. Oh my god. Oh my god. This was one of the top viewed games of Danno 365. Yeah, this goes in GOATed easily. This is Road Rash 64. You know what? I'll put it at Must Return 2 in 2025. I'd love to do a full playthrough. I'll keep it out of GOATed for now. I need more time with it. As a matter of fact, I'll move Smashing Drive over down here too. I might fix up the Must Return 2 category. They're kind of a little all over the place in the top half. Jeopardy was funny. That was a good episode. I would probably just put it above like this batch of games at the bottom of Had a Lot to Like About It because it's just Jeopardy. Like you can't really go wrong with Jeopardy. But I'd put it below Pilot Wings 64 for sure. Sad that I put Jeopardy above this cute Kirby game, but like, bro, there's not much to the Kirby game, dude. You play about 30 minutes and you're done. Okay, unfortunately, my DDR dance pad was not working, and so I'm gonna say for the first 3, even though they're like almost full-length videos of me just putzing around, and they got a lot of views for no reason. And when I say a lot, I mean like 50. It's a lot for the second channel. The second channel does not get views. They're fine, is my opinion on them. The only one that we could actually do was this one, and honestly, by that time I wasn't really feeling it. I'll put it at the very top. Like, it was fine. Active Life Outdoor Challenge is funny. I'm gonna put it at bottom of Had a Lot to Like About It. It's so stupid. It's a dumbass little game, but it works for what it is. I'd put it above Marvel Lego Superheroes, maybe above V2. It's not a great game. I don't know why V just doesn't click with me anymore. Oh yeah, Billy the Wizard is that fucking game that I hate. I think I would still put it, I'd put it below Star Fox Zero for sure, and above Universal Studios, because at least Universal Studios is like, you know, the game works. The game, when you press a button or you do the inputs that the game asks of you, it responds. I can't say the same about Billy the fucking Wizard. GOATed. Fucking Samba de Amigo is GOATed. I actually think I have to put it up here, which is crazy because it was the first time I played it. I would put it, I'd put it above Banjo-Kazooie. I love this game. The fucking maracas, dude. Oh my god. They felt so ethereal to shake. Yeah, Samba's peak. Like, I'm almost tempted to put Must Return 2 in 2025 because I didn't, yeah, no, I'm putting it here. But I'll put it at the top. Samba de Amigo and Ape Escape, for me, are like the 2 games I know at some point I will play next year. I hope, at least. Fuck. I just have to take the time to, like, bust out the Wii, which the Wii is always set up here. But also, you know, bust out the PlayStation 3 or whatever. Wii Sports is also GOATed. I don't think I'm going to return to it. I think I'm pretty Wii Sports out. But I'd put it above Crash. You know what? Hey, why did I put Part-Time UFO below Call of Duty and Crab Game, for fuck's sakes? I like Part-Time UFO more than a lot of this stuff. I'd put it below Ultimate Chicken Horse, and I put Wii Sports above... I put Wii Sports above Mario Wonder. I think Wii Sports is going to be a timeless classic. I think it is, sorry. It came out in 2006. We're almost at the 20 years. I'm pretty sure it's 20 years before it becomes a classic, is the ruling. 30 years and it becomes retro or antique or whatever, which is fucked. I'm going to try not to think about that. Big Brain Academy. This one was mid. I'll put it in, wasn't really feeling it, above Mario, maybe, I hope. Serving Cult was a funny thumbnail. I wasn't really feeling this Animal Crossing though. I would put this below Captain Toad. This game sucked. This game, I'll put it at the top of that fucking game that I hate. Bomberman Legend? No, that's Mega Man Legends. Bomberman Land, sorry. I knew it had an L. Yeah, this game sucked. Honestly, I gotta look back at this fucking stupid rip-off of Tony Hawk. Maybe that one's not as bad as I think. Bogey 6 was misery to fucking control, but this game made me angry, actually. I think I'm gonna put this, it's tempting. It's tempting to put it below Billy the Wizard or not. Billy the Wizard doesn't work though. I knew what I was getting into going into that since I've had the game before. With this, I was like, oh, it could be anything. And then it's like big, long intro, mini games. And I was like, okay, this is garbage. This game was fine. This is Castlevania Judgment. I couldn't beat the final boss. I really wanted to have a full run playthrough. I would put this very low on like had a lot to like about it. Probably, I'd put it above Donkey Kong, but I would put it below Valorant. I see myself going to Valorant way more than I do Castlevania Judgment. You're supposed to throw the grenade, not the pin. That was Call of Duty Modern Warfare. No, that's just Call of Duty 3. Modern Warfare Reflex Edition was a banger too. Call of Duty 3 was good. Where the fuck do I put Call of Duty 3? I think I would keep it a little bit lower. I really liked the thumbnail, is the thing. I'd play this. I'd go back to Valorant before I go back to Call of Duty 3. The picture of Sova is so funny. Modern Warfare Reflux Edition. I put the picture of Acid Reflux on the thumbnail. Banger bit, by the way. I'm gonna say this goes above Call of Duty 3 for sure, because the control scheme is way better. But below Valorant, for obvious reasons. Crossbow training, I think, oh, so tempted to put it in GOATed. I kind of want to return to it in 2025 just for casual. Like, honestly, the Wii, casually, fucking great console. Like, I know it was literally the casual system, the whole Blue Ocean strategy, getting a lot of casual people. The casual games are the funnest, and I think Link's Crossbow Training is like a perfect casual game. Point and click, point and shoot, light gun game. You play as Link. It was awesome. I'd put this above a lot of these games in Return to in 2025. I would return to Crossbow before I return to Twilight Princess. Hey, we're finally at the last half. Well, we've been at the last half since 200 something, but still. This game sucks. This game sucks. This is Carnival Games. They whitewashed Danno, or I think it was they whitewashed Kanye West was the thumbnail. This is just, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. This game sucks. I would put it at the top of that fucking game that I hate. This game is shit. Maybe, I think a shit minigame collection is worse than just a shit game in itself. Shit minigame collections are it's just nothing. That is slop, if you will. I think Bomberman pisses me off a lot more. So I'm gonna say, and this has the love-o-meter, so I'll put it over Bogey 6. I'm gonna put Bomberman lower, because the more I think about the Bomberman Land, the more I get pissed off. The more I'm like, yeah, no, that game sucked. It's the whole reason why I put pain in the thumbnail. Next we have Deca Sports. LeBron James. I'm gonna put Deca Sports in Wasn't Really Feeling It. Pretty low. It's not a great game. There's some cool stuff to it, I guess. I would return to Deca Sports over Stuart Little. You can run and tell that, homeboy. Oh my god. Deer Drive with Bambi's mother shot on the thumbnail. Insane work. Deer Drive was like fine. It was pretty bad though. I would probably put this pretty low. Like, I think I would go to Zombie U before I go to Deer Drive. I'd put this above Avatar though. That game sucked. Oh, Dewey's Adventure. Based. Dewey's Adventure was really disappointing. I think this was the most disappointing game of Wii Month for me. Dewey's Adventure was like, it seems so mystical and colorful and stuff, and you play it and it's like a tilt game, and then it's like, it's just shit. I'm sorry, that game sucked. I was really disappointed. Like, I think that, and funnily enough, I think in Wii Month it's the one video that got 0 views. Dewey's Adventure, I don't think I could return to, like, ever. I don't think so. Sucks too, because I'm like, I have the game without the case. I think I bought it off Hamster just to give it a shot. Yeah, that sucked. Disappointing. Really disappointing. Barrel Blast is bad. Barrel Blast, that fucking game that I hate, probably... I'd return a Carnival Games before it. Everything else below it sucks. Return it? True. He'll give me $5. Yippee. At that point, I might as well just fucking hold on to it or save it for a bit, you know? Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm going to say with this one, I wasn't really feeling it, but I'll put it at the very top because I know it's a competent game, which I know a lot of these are. I think this is way better than New Soup, though, for what it does. But I was not feeling it, and I was not feeling the motion controls and none of that. Epic Mickey, I actually came back to it in a much fonder light. I'm going to put it below Donkey Kong, but still and wasn't really feeling it. I've returned to it with better... Knowing what I was going into, I think I liked it a lot more. I think not knowing what I was getting into when the game came out and when they were promoting the game, I was very disappointed. But coming back to it now, all these years later, it ain't that bad. It's fine. Epic Mickey 2 seemed a lot better, though, and I'm going to put it just above it. I don't think I was like that head over heels about it. I just... More competent game, I think. Better designed. Cool opening. Excite Truck. Easily must return to in 2025. This game was great. This game was awesome. I think... I wish more Wii games took from its ability to, you know, be able to listen to your own music through an SD card. The gameplay and the terrain changing as you're racing was sick. I'd return to it over all these, I think. I think the rest of these I would probably return to more likely. Project M. I'll put it in... Fuck, do I put it in goated? I think Project M is goated. I prefer Project M. And this is funny, I was playing an old version of Project M. Project M over Octodad. Yeah. I'll clock that in. Project M is goated. Ghost Squad is fine. I'm not really feeling it. I'd put it with another shooting game. I'd still put Ghost Squad over Army Men. Probably over TCG too, though. Yeah, I don't want to think about that anymore. Fuck Ghost Squad. That game is fine, but it's like whatever. 007. This game is not, because it's actually 007 GoldenEye for the Wii. So, womp womp. This game I was not really feeling. I'd put this above European Assault. Happy Feet. This game sucked. I'd put this at the top of that fucking game that I hate. Still below this other Tony Hawk ripoff. Just Dance. These were my first times playing Just Dance, and I actually had a lot of fun. I'd put it around Active Life, but above Active Life. No, I'd put it higher. I actually really enjoyed myself doing Just Dance. I've never played these before then. Above Pico Park, but below Mega Man. Like, I think Mega Man as a game, and Just Dance 2 over Just Dance 1 any day. I think the Mega Man games, for what they were at the time, and then for what they are, like, they technically are classics, right? But Just Dance 2, at least, I really enjoyed. Kirby's Epic Yarn is great. I would put this... I've beat the game a couple times now. It's great, but I don't put it over Mega Man. I don't think, at least. You know what? No, because it and Yoshi's Woolly World are like birds of a feather, and I think Woolly World, they're similar. I'm gonna put them around each other. Trip Down Memory Lane with Kirby. This is fine. It's a great must return to in 2025. This is gonna be just at the top. I wasn't really feeling it because like I was not feeling like playing the game because it's just a minigame collection. It's great. Maybe I'll put it at the bottom of I had a lot to like about it. Even though I know I would rather play this over a lot of this other shit. And just like that, I'm talking my way up. Hold on. If I'm looking at Kirby's Dream Collection as a package, as like what it actually is, a fucking collection, but for the games that it has, I'd put it above Chameleon Twist, below Pikmin 3. Because I'd go back to Dream Collection before any of these. But I think I would go back to Pikmin 3 before I'd go back to that. Oh, The Last Story. This I would want to return to in 2025. I'd put this above a lot of the PlayStation games. Below Unicorn Overlord, I think. Thrillville. This crashed. I'll just say couldn't play. It crashed after we did like one minigame. Line Rider was fine. I'd put it at like wasn't really feeling it. It's cool. It's Line Rider, right? But it's on the Wii and it's neat. I'd play it before Big Brain Academy, I think. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Oh, at this time I was so checked out. It's great. I mean, it's Lego Star Wars. It's awesome. And it's the complete saga for the time. Like, I don't know if I'd put it above Mega Man. I think I'd rather play Just Dance than Lego Star Wars. I will put it below Chameleon Twist, but above Scribblenauts Unlimited. I like Lego Star Wars, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, I grew out of it. When I was a kid, we'd rent that shit. Oh, I loved it. I loved the comedy and all the good shit, but I think now I just am like, I also am just checked out of Star Wars. Thanks, Disney. Mario vs. Sonic at the Olympic Games, 2012. Or I think this is 2010. And this one's 2012. What order did I do them in? Yeah. So it's 2008, 2010, and 2012. 2012 is the best out of the three. I have a lot of fun memories with 2008. And I think 2010 has a funny mode where, like, they have to save Christmas. I don't fucking know. I wouldn't put them in GOATed, but I think they have a lot to like about them. And they are kind of just minigame collections, but they're really good. Where did I put Wii Sports? Did I put it at GOATed? I think I did. Yeah, I did. I'm not going to put it with Wii Sports. I would put this above, like, a lot of these Game Boy games. But, like, to put it above Metal Gear is kind of crazy. I would put it below Metal Gear. I might even spread out the... I don't know. No, they're like the same. I'll put them together. That's stupid. 2010 over 2008. 2012 over 2010. Basically, they got better, and then they kind of went downhill, and that's why they're not a thing anymore. And now the Olympic Board of Directors apparently believes in NFTs more than Mario and Sonic, so that's the world that we live in. Oh yeah, this was the sports titles moment. This was a fun time. Fucking Zam! He's 12, and he hit the 12, and then he's doing the fucking Luigi crotch chop. This was a banger. So this is a part of Wii Month. This was Mario Strikers Charge. This is the first time I actually like really played it fully, and I enjoyed myself a lot. I would put this... I think this is... It's hard because my love for Nintendo Land is so up there. I think I have to put it at the top of had a lot to like about it. Because it was like surprising. It was surprising how much I was like, damn, this is... The things that they added to Mario Strikers was really good. Luigi's Fruity Run. This was Super Sluggers. This goes above. I think Super Sluggers is great. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I'm going to keep it 100 stacks with you guys. I did not like this game. I'd put this in that fucking game that I hate. But above Happy Feet. I just don't really remember this skateboarding one or hating it that much. So I'm kind of keeping it up here. Oh. Yeah. Metroid Other M. But it was funny. There were at least funny bits. And the fucking cutscenes were really nice. It's a bigger disappointment than Star Fox Zero, though, so we'll go with that. Mushroom Men, The Spore Wars, I'd put in... You would think I would say must return to in 2025, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna say... Had a lot to like about it. I'd say above... Exit... I don't know. Celeste 64 is better, though. I'd return a Grapple Dog before I return a Mushroom Man. As I keep kind of trailing down. Hot Shots Golf, I would... I wouldn't put it over Mega Man. Damn, it's crazy how I'll put it real high up and then I think about it a little more. I'm like, wait. No. No. Listen. The original New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Yeah, this game's great. I know, like, it's silly to put wasn't really feeling it with, or whatever, with New Soup U and New Soup Luigi, but it's like, it's the same fucking game. At least this at the time, you know, I had something going for it. I wouldn't put it super high up. I do think still there's a lot of other games that are better. I would put it below Tropical Freeze for sure. Just keep it there. Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots. I'm gonna say above a lot of these guys down here. Below Mario for sure. Knights, I'm gonna put in must return to in 2025. Easy as that. I actually thought this was really cool. Don't know if I'd go over Unicorn Overlord, but I'd play before any of the other ones below it. Fucking Pac-Man party game also sucked. I'd put it above Happy Feet, below Marvel Alliance. Pandora's Tower. Pandora's Tower was cool. Has a lot to like about it. I'd put it around Fury, I think. I think that's actually like a fair assessment in terms of like vibe and where I would go with it. Yep. I'm gonna have to get a beverage here. I'm kind of talking a lot. Oh, Rabbids. Okay, let me get some water. Let me get a beverage. I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be back to talk about Rabbids. All right, I'm standing now. 3 hours of sitting, your ass kind of starts to hurt, even when you're caked up like me. So, we are going to keep going. We're still on Wii month, and yeah, let's go. We got Mr. Wah, the world's lightest Wah. Honestly, I don't hate Rayman Raving Rabbids as much as I did, but like to put it over a lot of these is hard to say. I would put it over Line Rider, easy. And number 2, I like its like the way that it starts, and I put it above the original. Danno cake, drool. What can I say, you know? It's in my jeans. Red Steel sucks. I would put this at, like, I want to give it a shot, but I can't put it above, I cannot put it below Dewey. I put it below a lot of the shit. Honestly, it's the same camp as Zombie U. Fucking day one Nintendo Ubisoft schlock. However, on the other side, Red Steel 2, I will return to in 2025. This game was awesome. What a turnaround from game number 1 to game number 2. Like, that's insane. It was fantastic. I'd put this below Pepper Grinder, though. It was a point and shoot game. Honestly, this game sucked. I'd put it above the Deer game. I'd put it above the Cabela's game because at least it's Resident Evil and you're shooting zombie. Rhythm Heaven Fever is great. I'd put this above a lot of these because I think Rhythm Heaven Fever is like timeless in a way. That's the thing about the Wii month is that the Wii month had a lot of low, a lot of mid, but like the games that slapped were like, fuck, they're so good. This was Sega Superstars Tennis. This game is kind of mid, won't lie. I would put this in or around like this shitty soccer game. I'd put it above the WWE games. I'd probably put it over, no. I'd rather try a European Assault again than I would Sega Superstars Tennis. This game sucks. Fucking Shrek the Third, I think it was, or was it? Yeah, Shrek the Third. Shrek the Third was mid. Above Stuart Little, but below Deca Sports. This thumbnail goes crazy. I think it was POV, You Are a Snow Bunny was the name of the video, and it's it's, hold on, I'll zoom in, because you guys went, oh, these fucking ads that I hate, This is fucking stupid, never mind. But yo, bitch ass. The Simpsons game, I wasn't really feeling it this time around. Honestly, I think I would put it at the top of I wasn't really feeling it. Because I played through, I think I beat the game when I was a kid. These fucking ads that I love. I wasn't really feeling it, but it's a good game. Oh my god, the sniper is in the building. Sniper Elite. This game sucked. I just wasn't feeling it, but this game sucked. I'd put this, anything that was like shooting, if it's a shooting game on Wii, but it sucks, it like, damn. You know, the game had to have sucked. I'd put it below even Cabela's. Yeah, big oof, indeed. Okay, god damn it, I wish I could zoom into these. You know what, I'll move it and I'll zoom in this way. Never mind, this sucks. I want to zoom in and show you guys the thumbnail. It says miss your mommy, want to touch them, and then the fucking magnifying glass on her tits. This was Sakura Wars So Long My Love. This game is awesome. I think had a lot to like about it. It honestly deserves a playthrough in 2025. I would put it over The Last Story, but below Knights. Knights I could get into easily, much easier. Such a funny thumbnail. You Are Mr. Gay and You Are Mr. Gay 2, both goated. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is my favorite out of the two. I don't put it over Mario 64, wherever that is down here, but I would say it's up there. Don't know if I put it over fucking Rocket League or well, no. Galaxy 2 is better than Banjo-Kazooie. But I think Galaxy 1 is below Banjo-Kazooie. How about that? How about that? Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario to be specific, is one that I would return to in 2025. Probably the least likely because I just don't feel like it. But I gave it another chance and I got past the part that I got stuck at because I was an idiot child. Oopsie daisy. And yeah, I think I would like to really give that one a fair shake and see what the hype is about the story and all that good shit. We're almost there, fellas. We only have one block of videos to really get through here. That's incredible. Okay, we got both of the, what are they called? Trauma Center games. I was fine with them, but like I wasn't super impressed. To be honest, I would probably put these guys near the top. I wasn't really feeling it. Above Line Rider. I don't even know if that's correct. I think I might change that, but yeah, above Line Rider, I guess. Like, I think to do a full playthrough would be cool, but goddamn, I would not want to. TMNT was actually kind of okay. It was fine. I'd put it below Raving Rabbids though. Like, I wouldn't give it that much respect. At the same time though, like, no. Just get down there. What are you doing? Get down there. You don't deserve that. I'd play Froggun over TMNT. Wacky Racers was weird. I'd put Wacky Racers kind of in the same league as like Line Rider, where it's like I wouldn't go out of my way to play it, but I have no problem with the fact that I own it. I would put Line Rider above that. I'd put Brain Academy, and I'd say let's stick it there. Wario Land 5, technically. Shake It. This game's great. Hey EXO, Merry Christmas. I hope you've had a great bloody Christmas. I hope you're doing well though. Ho 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 and all that good shit. I'm gonna put Wario Land Shake It up here. It's crazy though, because like as much as I like it, I can never get past a certain area, and not because it's hard, but because I just don't feel like it. So like I can't put it that high. I would put it above Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Maybe just under Celeste 64. I don't know. Pac-Man and Dig Dug are just like timeless classics. How was your Christmas, guys? Mine was great. Mine has been great, and there's still more to come. I'm just getting this tier list out of the way because it's a day off and I have the time, and you know, it's kind of just a fun way to reminisce on the year and all the games that I played. Smooth Moves, WarioWare, goated. Not even a question. This one I'd put above Project M. Maybe not above Codenames though. I think Codenames is like, I haven't seen all that Codenames has to offer, and that's why, like, because my time with it was so good, like that's what gets it up there. We Play. This was fine. I'd play We Play over a lot of games. I'd play We Play over Woolly World. Zach and Wiki need to return to this in 2025. This game looks pretty cool. I would return to this over, I think, most of these games. I'd return to it over, I don't know though. Excite Truck's pretty fucking great. Fuck it, get Excite Truck back up there. Pac-Man World Repack was pretty cool. Don't know if I'd return to it in 2025, but I'd put it up here around Yoshi's Woolly World. I think it's a little bit better than, like, cause I was able to play a level and I was like, hey, I kind of fuck with this. I did not like 50 Cent, whatever the fuck this was, 50 Cent something. I think there were more mediocre games in Wii month, but you're gonna see in the PlayStation month, we're gonna hit a lull here, fellas. I did not like a lot of what I played. I'd put it above a lot of the Game Boy games though. Like, at least I was able to give this one a fair shake, but below Galaga for sure. Ape Escape, yeah! I said there was gonna be mid and immediately got to goated. Right, because we started PlayStation 2 month, and then I completed a playthrough of Ape Escape 2 just because I felt like playing it, that we should do Blood on the Sand. Perhaps. Yeah, I started doing a full playthrough of Ape Escape 2, and I just couldn't put the game down. It was really good. I want to do Ape Escape 3. I got it started on that video, but I had to take a break because I kind of got Ape Escaped out. Ape Escape 2, easily goated. Where in goated? I'm going to say, this is crazy. I'm going to say just under Rocket League, maybe over Rocket League. Like, I don't see myself, well, I could return to Ape Escape 2. I play so much Rocket League is the thing, right? Like, I love Rocket League. I'm going to say under Rocket League, above Galaxy 2. Above Fortnite. No, I couldn't put it above Fortnite, dog. I didn't put fucking Mario 64 above Fortnite, bro. That tells you where my fucking passions lie. Like, I maybe I'll look back in like 10 years and go, what the fuck were you thinking? Look, I've given endless hours to Fortnite at this point. Ape Escape Pumped and Primed is fine. It's fine. I don't know if I would return to it. Honestly, I'd probably put it at like, had a lot to like about it, super low. Like, which is kind of shocking because of how much I just talked up Ape Escape, but like I'd put it above Nicktoons, Tropical Freeze, a lot of the Wii schlock, Game & Watch Gallery. But I think I would give Princess Peach Showtime a fair shake before I ever try Pumped and Primed, unless I have friends over, right? I've never played 64, so I have no idea what that means metric-wise. Mario 64 is like a great game, especially in terms of, like, you've seen the Bubsy video. It did everything right just on first try. And at the time, like, that's, I mean, in some ways, it's still yet to be beaten. There's a reason why people still speedrun the game to this day. Ape Escape 3, need to return to in 2025. I will put this, I feel like, just above Rolling Rascal. I'm actually going to plop you down there. To me, Rolling Rascal represents, like, what will probably be played in the new year. Like, I'll probably give it even just another shot. And then on the other side is, like, probably not. Tarantino, this was Alias. This game sucked. Like, I almost want to throw it in couldn't play. Because, like, this game sucked. I put it at the bottom, I wasn't really feeling it. Still over Dewey, because I didn't have any hopes for this game. I assumed it was going to be mid, and it was. Bad Boys will also go there. The Dog Island! I loved the Dog Island. To be honest with you folks, I think the Dog Island is one I would return to in the future. Probably would return to almost anything else before it. Hard to say. I'll put it at the bottom though. I loved the Dog Island. Next up we have Dog's Life. This one was weird. Nothing on those ones, but I won $20 on a different one I scratched earlier. Let's go. Congrats on winning a scratch card for Christmas. We take a good $20. The Dog's Life I would put in, had a lot to like about it. I think it's really unique. Don't know if I would return to it. Kind of feels like Chameleon Twisk, Mushroom Men energy. Like, it's around there for me. Where, like, I think I would, but it would be like, I don't know, something would have to happen for me to go like, oh yeah, I really feel like playing this game. All right, finally, fellas. Shout out Goofy, shout out Jared, shout out who all played with us. Darthest, Garv, Iced Coffee, Pedro, Y Guy. Is there anybody else that I'm missing? Shout out to the whole Jamboree gang. We did a bunch of streams of Jamboree, but the first one we ever did was on 365. Jamboree is amazing. I actually think Jamboree is one of my favorite Mario... Not I think, it is one of my favorite Mario Party games. As for where it stands at the moment, I'd put it over Splatoon. I don't put it over Wii Sports though, but I put it over Wonder. Like, I think some of the memories that we had with Wonder are like I'll never forget them. I'll cherish them because it was such a cool, fun playthrough. But Jamboree, I think, has more longevity, and I think for that's why I'll keep it over here. I think that, yeah. Shout out Milk Wiggler, shout out Wiggler Wednesday. I've never even played the first. This was Rivals of Aether 2, the demo. This was good, and this is a must return to in 2025. Probably won't for a while because I'm trying to not get into any other games that just soak up my time. I want to get back into making videos. I want to work on my album. I want to get more commissions done. I don't have a lot of time. Unfortunately, you need to pay the bills. So, and I like having benefits. That's how I was able to get a tooth removed. Ding! So, because of that, unfortunately, can't quit my job and play video games and then work on other shit that I like. You have to work a job that you're okay with. Astrobot, the fucking thumbnail of me trying to... I think this was me doing a speedrun level, just trying to beat Jared's score. which I still continue to do off video, and he knows. He called me out last stream. I don't know if I'll return to it in 2025, but I think it's goated. I still stand by it that it was my game of the year. Fucker. Hey man, I put the time in to lab that shit out, and it was a pain in the ass, and I love it. I would put this, I mean, by all metrics, it would make sense for me to put it above Wiggler Wednesday. It's weird because I feel like the time that I had with Mario Wonder, my passion for Mario Wonder was stronger than my passion for Astrobot is. But I think what Astrobot represents is something important because it's not Nintendo. Like if Nintendo came out with a game like Astrobot, it's like a given because they're always trying to do something that pushes boundaries, is just an excellent fun time. But they do it in a fucking Nintendo way a lot, right? But I think Astrobot, it being game of the year and it being from, you know, Sony, Team Asobi, not from Nintendo, and like doing that without any sort of like AAA story and all this other bullshit, what it represents is something amazing. That, you know, first and foremost, video games should be fun. That's why I love Astrobot. It's a fun game. Yeah, I'll keep it there. That's fine. Tony Hawk 2 Pro Spitter 2. And I think the video was called Tony Hawk 2 I Spit on That Thing. I spit on this game, sorry. This game sucked. This fucking game that I hate. This is the one where you can shred on whatever the fuck that place is in MGS2, and then you can like shred it up as Solid Snake. This game sucks. I would put it below a lot of this shit. Barrel Blast still sucks more, I think. Family Guy game was funny, feeling it though. I would put this still below Simpsons game, above Epic Mickey 1 and 2. Ford, wasn't really feeling it. I put it with Absolute Drift, where it's like I don't care. It's not horrible, but it kind of sucked. Oh god. Gotta get your stretch on, kings and queens. And jesters alike. My they them gestures. Gestures. Starts doing fucking French gestures. I say French gestures as if gestures aren't a thing for everything. Freak Style. Shout out Freak Style. That was a game that I could not play. It did not work. Yippee. Midnight Club 3. I'm surprised you remember all these. There's some that I don't. A lot of the Game Boy games over here I didn't remember, so I kind of roped a lot of them in. Like, I remember playing Castlevania The Adventure, because I remember the guy who gifted it to me, Wyatt, Cuddlefish, he was in chat while I played it, so, I mean, hey, it was all this year. I still remember, you know, how a lot of these played, or if oh, yeah. Like, if a game didn't work, I remembered it, because I was like, oh, shit, well, there's a whole video just down the drain. Midnight Club 3 was great. Midnight Club 3 was awesome. The music was bumping. I would put this over Episode 1 Racer easily. I think I would return to it over the Exit 8. Bokura is great, but I think I'd put it below this. Honestly, I think fucking Tiger Woods is a little too high up for my liking. I think we're gonna put him below Dig Dug, but above Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I like that better. Return 2 in 2025? I could. But it's not really like... You know what I would rather return to in 2025? You're going to see it in a second here. I'll just skip to it. Where's the Coochie Mobile? There it is. Pimp My Ride. Pimp My Ride I would return to in the new year. Least likely to, but I would. Frogger was pretty good. It's like the Game Boy one that I grew up playing, but it's on the big screen. I liked it. I'd probably put this above, maybe in between Pac-Man and Dig Dug, maybe. Fuck it. Mark Echoes. It was fine. I didn't really give it a fair shot, so to judge it off that wasn't really fair. Let's go with like around this Princess Peach area where it's like I would like to return to it, but like I don't feel inclined to do that. I think they call them Vesters. That's pretty good. This was a 2025 game. I don't know. It's some special. All right. I'll trust your word on that. Half-Life 2, I would return to in 2025. I actually really liked Half-Life 2 until I didn't save and died. I loved the long-ass opening. And then trying to escape, and you're like, okay, I get it. You know, how do we get out of this giant-ass facility that I just took a fucking trolley thing all the way through? Like, I think that's super cool. That was Half-Life 1. Sorry. Half-Life 1, I mean. Oh yeah, this was Hot Shots Golf 3. Hot Shots Golf 3 I actually really liked, even though it was really disorienting and confusing. I'll just put it below the first one because fuck it. Except the chick on there was kind of hot. We'll go above. I did not give a fuck about Codename Kids Next Door. We're gonna put this one down above Tourroom, I think, or above Come. Honestly, my time with Castlevania The Adventure was more engaging than this was. King Kong had some really cool elements. There's a lot of weird shit that's like, for the game that it is, it had a lot of cool stuff going for it that it had no right to. Like a lot of weird environmental stuff within the game's engine and whatever. There's some good videos that can explain it better than my words could. I'd put this in the a lot to like about it tier, above Jeopardy, for sure. I think I would rather return to Pilot Wing 64 than I would King Kong at the moment, but it was cool. Which one was this one? Tekken? Madagascar, this was Mortal Kombat Deception. No, this is Legend of the Dragon. Mortal Kombat Deception is this one. Legend of the Dragon fucking sucks. That fucking game that I hate. Below Marvel. Honestly, below... I don't know if I necessarily hated it, but like from playing it, I was like, no, this sucks. I'll put it below Barrel Blast. No, Barrel Blast sucks, bro. I think that's better. I feel better about that. Madagascar was actually competent. I kind of fucked with it. I'd put it like bottom of I was feeling it. I might put Mortal Kombat Deception at the top of this. It was fine. Next is Outlaw Volleyball Remix. No, wait. Motocross Mania 3 was cool. That had the bitch with the big jugs. I would put above 1080p snow. 1080p, why do I keep saying that? Lower than Tony Hawk, but above 1080. Volleyball. I can't put that game that high. This game was not great. This was Outlaw Volleyball Remixed. This game was fucking something, man. Just completely racist and like just degenerate as fuck. And don't get me wrong, degenerate as fuck is kind of funny, but it was just like, it was stupid. It was dumb. I'd put it above Codename Kids Next Door. There was funny parts about it, but it also just kind of sucked. Like the attitude of it was very edgy 2000s, which like once again I fuck with. But it was like the wrong type of edgy 2000s. Like we're not talking Clone High here. We're talking more of like a Drawn Together. You know what I mean? Like it's edgy for the sake of being edgy and not really for the sake of adding any substance to it. It was mid. It was mid. And then the volleyball mechanics were fine, but man. Okay, this is our fuck up of the year. I accidentally played Pac-Man World 2 twice. So let's find Pac-Man World. And there we go. It's kind of funny. You get a different screenshot for each thumbnail because that's just the way that it worked, I guess. It's kind of funny. It's Pac-Man World 2. It was whatever, dude. Big shot pool. I don't remember playing this. I'll be honest, I don't remember playing this at all. I don't remember. Like a part of me feels like this game crashed or something. I'm gonna put it in couldn't play at the moment because I really feel like I couldn't play it. And if I did, I really don't remember. Jet Li, sorry. This is Jet Li Rise to Honor. Jet Li Rise to Honor was interesting for what it is, but it was really just like, okay, do this action command, fight these baddies. I would rather play a lot of other games. I'd probably rather play the majority of this stuff. I'd probably give it more of a shot than I would Captain Toad Treasure Tracker again, but I'd probably go back and play through. No, to put it over Ghost Squad is weird. I'm moving some shit around. Fuck A Bug's Life. Okay, Scarface didn't work. That's why the disc is the thumbnail. Lol. Soul Calibur 2. I mean, it's Soul Calibur 2. I really wish I did it for GameCube month so I could have played as Link, but it is what it is. Had a lot to like about it. I'd put it over 007. I prefer the Zelda version though, so. Soul Calibur 3 was sick. I actually put it above Soul Calibur 2. I put it above Tiger Woods. Out of curiosity, how many games you got left to rate? Not much. 40? 45? Yeah, 45. Yeah, 45. 45 games. Let's get her done. Okay. Let's start with the one that I dislike. Spider-Man 3 sucked. Like, actually sucked. What a shitty opening to the game. I would still way rather play this than Marvel Ultimate Alliance. That shit was fucking ass. Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, pretty disappointing, pretty not fun. I would still play it over a lot of the other PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games. Definitely more than Jet Li. I'd play it more than Frogun, but I think I'd rather return to Super Meat Boy Forever. I think I'd put Super Meat Boy Forever a little bit higher. Spider-Man with Super Meat Boy. I think that's good. And then Spider-Man 2 is actually like it's pretty good. Had a lot to like, but like I didn't really get into it because I knew that there were other games I had to play, especially because I was like, hey, let's get this fucking ball rolling. We have more Spider-Man to play in itself. Like I'd play this over Mushroom Man and that, but I think I'd play A Dog's Life or one of these unique games before I go back to like Spider-Man. Especially when there's Marvel Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man 2, or Miles Morales. Like, I could play any of those 3 games right now, and it will be a better experience. They're just tighter games. But Spider-Man 2 was good for the time. Spider-Man 3 sucks, just like the movie. Now, Ultimate Spider-Man is a different story. I ordered on eBay as a little treat to myself for Christmas, Ultimate Spider-Man for GameCube. I don't want it on PlayStation 2. I don't want to be confined to that, so I ordered it on GameCube, and it's coming in. I really liked this. This is a return to in 2025, if I've ever seen one. Over Zach in Wiki, over a lot of these actually. I'd say I'd probably return to this over Wave Race Blue Storm. Wave Race Blue Storm, I don't think I would return to over a lot of these either. I know I'm going to return to Ape Escape 3, so that actually should be up here. I don't know what the fuck I was doing down there. As a matter of fact, I'd just put this up here at this point. Like, I know if there's any game that I'm probably going to return to, it's going to be Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man. That shit was cool. I liked it. Web swinging felt pretty good, actually, for what it was. And it's just a more confined game, but I think that's good. Like, it's okay to fucking limit ourselves, dude. I think everybody got so ogled by the idea that bigger equals better that they forgot that, like, okay, you can have bigger, but, you know, then when it's empty, then what? What does that do for you? Or if it's like, when I say empty, I mean like there's not enough to do or whatever, right? There's a singular Frenchman in Quebec popping off somewhere. Was he a big fan of that one? So this is Splinter Cell, if I'm correct. Splinter Cell I put in the couldn't play because I got to the first level and no matter what input I pressed, nothing would happen. So I'm considering it a couldn't play game. Fuck, I love Chalky. SSX Tricky is cool. I'd like to give it more time. I would put this into the return in 2025. Definitely over Half-Life 1. I'd return to it less likely than I would Rivals of Aether, though. To be fair, Rivals of Aether I think I would return to more likely than most of these, but I just don't own it is the problem, and I don't want to pay for it. Even like it's on sale right now and I still don't want to pay for it. Shout out if anybody wants to get me that for Christmas. Oink oink. Other than that, we have fucking Monkey Ball Deluxe. I'm gonna put this at the top of Wasn't Really Feeling It. We're literally listening to the Monkey Ball 2 OST right now. I love Super Monkey Ball, bro. Look. I and Mimi right here, bro. I love these fellas. But Monkey Ball Deluxe on PS2 sucks in comparison to Monkey Ball 2 on GameCube. I'd rather have, quite literally right beside me here, I'd much rather have the 2 separate games and just be like, alright, pop in the other disc and we'll go to like the Monkey Ball 1 content. Pop in this disc and we'll go to the Monkey Ball 2. All you need is Monkey Ball 2. You don't need the extra shit. Monkey Ball 2 is perfect. The game runs perfectly on GameCube. It looks amazing. You get that weird, like, it's like a weird texture that you get with PS2 games where it's like grainy, or like they put like a weird texture of like a fence is what I call it. It just feels like it's like a crisscross hatching. I don't know what it is. I don't know the technological term, but I hate it, especially when I know how Monkey Ball looks on a superior console. So yeah, no, was not impressed with it, but it is still Monkey Ball. It's still the same shit, and I mean, it's a great game, so I'll at least do it the favor of putting it at the very top of anti-aliasing, thank you. I'll put it at the very top of Wasn't Really Feeling It. Tekken 4, this is one of the funniest videos. Once again, highly recommend if you haven't seen it. I hide behind a fucking a brick post when what's his name, Martial Law, he's based off of Bruce Lee. He's kicking the shit out of me, so I one punch him, back the fuck up, and I hide behind this pillar for the entire match until at the very last second he runs, jumps, and that's the fucking thumbnail is him on top of me beating the shit out of me as the time goes to buzzer and I get the point. I ended up losing anyway. Genuinely the scariest minute of my life. It's Tekken, you know, it's good. I'm probably gonna put it around Tekken Tag Tournament, where it's like, it's a good game. I think, I'm not saying every Tekken game is great, or that like every Tekken game would just be the same, but to me, like, even just for that moment alone, hey, I had a good time, right? Like, I'll give it that. This on the other hand, I would arguably put this in the couldn't play section. The emulation of that PlayStation game or whatever, making it pretend that it's playing on an original PlayStation 2. Yeah, Tekken Tag Tournament 1 was basically unplayable. And I have a PlayStation 2, like I could whip that up and play it, but to have everything on my PS3 in HDMI, super convenient. You know, that's why I did it that way. And yeah, that shit sucked. Tony Hawk's Underground was good. I enjoyed it actually. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm probably gonna put this in must return to in 2025. I'd say above Half-Life. Like, this seems easier to get into. Like, I'm more likely to do this over the most of this, to be honest. I'll put it over Knights. And I'll do the same with the other two. Actually, no. This is 3 and 4. 3 I've had a ton of time with, and I love that game. But I don't think I really need to play anymore. However, I will put it in the top of liked a lot. I love Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I love it. It's a great game. 4, I don't think I would return to in 2025. I think I would just put it beside. Nah, I wouldn't even put it beside. It's a little bit lesser. I'm going to reorganize this a little bit. I'm going to say it. Mario Land 2, Snakey Bus, Uno, and Metal Gear all go above these Wii U games. I feel way better about that. Like, way, way better. VeggieTales, bro. VeggieTales and Larry Boy, sorry. VeggieTales, Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. This game was rough. Like, it was funny, borderline unplayable, but I played it for about an hour to play one fucking level. I would put this at that fucking game that I hate at the top. This was rough. Like, even for the bit just to finish off PlayStation 2 month, that sucked. I'm sorry, it sucked. Who the fuck am I apologizing to? I know. Where are the Larry Boy fans in chat? Pull up on a nigga. Jet Set Radio, I enjoyed. Not as much as I hoped that I would, to be honest. So I would keep it a little bit lower. I'm gonna put Jet Set Radio in between Wario Land Shake It and Pac-Man. Finally, we get to Pac-Man World 3. Right here. You're the Larry Boy fan. Pac-Man World 3. This game was like fine. I'm just gonna put it with Repack. I don't care. Honestly, no. Where's the other Pac-Man? Did I put them in? Yeah, I'm gonna put it in. Wasn't really feeling it. I think they all need remakes. Remake the rest of them. Namco, you cowards. Finally. Okay. Shadow Generations, Sonic X Shadow Generations. I'm cementing it as of this day. You all know how I feel. I think Shadow Generations is better than Sonic Generations, and I'm not afraid to say it. I don't care if Sonic Generations has more levels, or, you know, it was more of a complete original idea at the time over 10 years ago. Shadow Generations is good. I think it's great. I think it's damn near perfect. The levels, man. Those levels, I don't think there's a single dud. Maybe the Frontiers level, it's kind of mid, and it wasn't necessary either. But obviously an acid flip, listen, game design ain't easy. It ain't cheap. But I think even in terms of making a little story for Shadow, it's just like, yeah, there we go. We're so fucking back. That was great. Shadow Generations, you know, if it weren't for Astrobot, I honestly think Shadow Generations is personally like my other game of the year. Even though it sucks because it's a re-release, so I wouldn't really put it there. But like in its own right, with just Shadow content, it was enough for me. It really was. I bought the game like twice, dude. Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is fine. I've seen reviews. I've seen what a lot of the problems are. And for that, I would just put it right here at Celeste 64. I don't know. It's funny. I bought it from Jared, I'm pretty sure. Don't know if I'm going to return to it in 2025. I put it on my list and everything, and I'm just like, I am making a clear decision that I'm going to play games that I want to play. I have to play games that I really want to play. I loved doing 365, and I did it because I wanted to really push myself to just try games that I haven't played or that I maybe wouldn't force myself to do. Great. I fucking did it. And I found a lot of games that I don't give a shit about. Awesome. But I think at this point now, I'm at a point where, okay, let's focus on the games that I love, like Hades. This is a must return to in 2025 if I've ever seen one. I think I'd put it at the very top. Very top. Must return to in 2025. Hades is great. E.T. How do we compare piles of dog shit? Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some of these in the couldn't play section if they just didn't do anything or I didn't understand what was happening. So for those, I'm gonna say Yar's Revenge barely makes it on the cut. E.T. is a pile of shit. I still think I played worse games. I still think Jedi Power Battles was, even for the couple minutes I played it, was the most painful experience. E.T. is garbage though. Under Billy the Wizard though, it's a hard one. I think I have to put it under Universal Studios. Like, it's bad, but once again, Bomberman Land pissed me off. Combat is completely fine. It's like completely serviceable, but I wasn't really feeling it. I would put it like very low. Like all of the Atari games go super low. I think I would rather play Combat over all of the games below it. Yep, I'm good with saying that. This game is basically Frogger. This game is literally Frogger because it was Freeway, which is basically a game of chicken, which is cute. I thought that was kind of funny. I would put this above the Game Boy titles, but below 50 Cent. Frogger is literally Frogger. I think there's more merit to any of these other games, though. I'd play Combat before Frogger, but I'd play Frogger before any of this other shit down here. Missile Command is the next one. Missile Command was cool. You're stopping nukes. This was probably the best Atari game that I own. Probably the best Atari game that ever came out. And even then, it's still like, I would put it, oh my god, I'm looking at all the shit. I'd put it above, even to put it above TCG is just like, no. Because like, I could get something out of those games for more than 15 minutes. I'll put it above the fucking destruction games from the PS2, PS1 era. Q*bert, the worst way to play Q*bert. It was uncomfortable and confusing as fuck which way you were going. I would put Q*bert above Alleyway or below Alleyway. I'd say below Alleyway. I still think Alleyway's better because it's just Brick Breaker. Still the best episode of Chuck. Don't get that joke because I never watched that shit, nigga. My uncle did though. My family on my white side ate Chuck up. They loved that shit. I did not get into it, but maybe I would like it now as an adult. I don't know. The Logan Paul fight on Atari. This was just boxing, I'm pretty sure. Real sports boxing. This was also mid. Below Bad Boys. Skiing was actually good. This I'd say this goes up there for me. It's super simple. Try to get the best time. I feel like I labbed it out pretty good. I would put it over TCG. I'd return to skiing anytime just for like mindless bullshit. Okay, finally. Star Raiders. No idea. Star Raiders to me goes into couldn't play. Yar's Revenge I could, but I had no idea what was going on. And for that I would put it, sorry, above Dewey's Adventure. Know what? No. Below Dewey's Adventure. I wasn't really feeling it, and I didn't hate the game, but I was like, dude, what is this? There was an episode where they had a missile command competition in the store, had a montage scene set to Rush's Tom Sawyer. That's crazy. That kind of does sound based. Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. I'm like, oh, you're comparing games that just suck the soul out of you, bro. Like, when I think about Dewey's Adventure, and I'm like, I think I would prefer to play Dewey's Adventure over a lot of this shit. At least it's something to look at, pretty. Warlords was the giantest waste of time. This was probably the longest Atari episode because I just wanted the game to end, and the ball kept moving and moving. Like, please, for the love of God, never again. Honestly, I would put this I'd put this at the bottom. It's weird, because, like, it was the most competent, but oh my god, dude, it was forever. And finally, the last of the Atari episodes, Mario Bros. Mario Bros on Atari. It's the worst way you could play Mario Bros, which is like, it's still Mario Bros, so at its heart, it's a competent game. Oh my god, this is hard, because I'm like, I would just rather play Mario Bros on anything else. I think Mario Bros goes with the rest of these Atari games at the bottom, but at the top. I'd play Dewey's Adventure before I play Mario Bros on Atari. All right, the final games. Let's do the shit. Dredge. This game is good. I think this game's really good. I'm excited to see what comes of like the story and what happened to the fisherman before you. I would put this around. I put it above Bokura. It's crazy because I beat Bokura, but I think like once you beat Bokura in like a couple hours, you're kind of done with it, and you're like, okay, that was cool. It was, you know, great design, well-designed game. But I think Dredge is going to go a bit deeper. And you know what? My time with The Floor is Lava, I just enjoyed myself, so fuck off. However, Parasite Eve, we're in the Christmas episodes, guys. It's so timely. Parasite Eve, I will absolutely return to in 2025. I think I would return to it over, honestly, the majority of the games here. I was intrigued just from like the moment I got into the play style of fighting. I would probably return to it over Link's Crossbow. I really liked Parasite Eve. That game is great. Next up, Cthulhu Saves Christmas. Honestly, every time I play it, like I can just kind of hop in and it's just mindless bullshit. It's funny. It's good. It's fine. But I don't think I would put it like super high up, especially because it's so Christmas oriented. It's like, I'm good with just playing it every 3 to 4 years. I'm going to say we're going to put it under most of these. Like I'd probably play it before I play V or Active Life, Castlevania. Definitely before Wario Land 3 or the Oracle games. Would I though? No. I think I would try the Oracle games out before then. Super Chase HQ I've already beaten, but that doesn't make the difference. I'm gonna say Cthulhu Saves Christmas over Castlevania 64. Shenmue 1. It crashed, which you could argue I could put in the couldn't play. But there were other games that crashed and I got enough time with it. I think I walked 2 steps, checked something. I think I saved my game. I don't even know if I saved my game actually. And then the game crashed. So I'm gonna say, honestly, I'm gonna say I couldn't play because I literally watched the cutscenes and then nothing happened. And by that metric, that's what most of this other stuff was, like Splinter Cell, for example. I got into the game and then I didn't do anything. Sorry, I need a little bit more water. My tooth hole's getting dry. Ladies and gentlemen, the final 10 games. We're finally here. I'm super excited. Let's get into it. A good snowman is hard to build. A hard snowman is good to build. Yeah, this one was fun. I think this is a really cool game. I was feeling it because I kept playing it and I was like, damn, this is kind of cool. I wouldn't put it over Grapple Dog. Like, I don't know if I would come back to it per se. I think I would really want to try out a lot of these games again more than I would with Snowman. I'm going to put this kind of in the cozy territory with Yoshi, Kirby. I'll put it underneath, but above Mega Man. Next up, we have Animal Crossing with the eviction notice. Yeah. Happy Christmas. This one's funny. I would say, I'm not returning to this game. And as much as it's a really good game, there's a lot missing. It's hard for me to go back to. I do like Animal Crossing. I'm gonna put it above Valorant and probably just call it a day. I don't want to think too much about it. Next up, we have Tori, the Jolly Jam. I don't even think I fucking played through a full level. I think I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm good. I was tired. That's the episode that drops today as of recording this. Christmas, yippee. What a horrible Christmas episode. I honestly should have saved Parasite Eve for the Christmas episode. But what's done is done. Tori is good. It's a good game. I'm not gonna put it like super high up. I beat it. I would probably put this kind of closer to like I like Chameleon Twist, but I think I prefer this over Chameleon Twist, so I'll put it there. Dogs 5. This was cute. Honestly though, other than the fact that it crashed a couple times, I think it was great for the time, Windows 98, when I was a child. It's now, like, there's so many other pet simulator games you could play, but it was cute. I would put it below Marvel Superheroes. That's the thing, I didn't play Superheroes, so I'm just gonna put it above it. It's fine. It's a fine game. It's fine. It's nothing crazy. Timon and Pumbaa's Jungle Games. Fucking awesome. Good minigame collection. I'll put it right beside We Play. Birds of a Feather, those two. I think they're pretty good. I'd prefer We Play over Jungle Games. Garfield's Scary Scavenger Hunt. This was good. I mean, it's just such a quick play, so I'm not gonna put it super high, but I would put it above Castlevania 64. I'm good with that. Lego Supersonic RC will return to this one in 2025. Super easy to confirm that for you guys. I will put it below Ape Escape. I'll move Samba de Amigo down a few pegs because I think I'd play these guys before I play that. This though should probably go down, like kind of quite a bit. Like, I would play Parasite Eve before I do that. I'm good with that. And I'd go back to Tony Hawk's Underground 2 before I go to a lot of this shit. So let's just go like this. That's good. Alias Runner. Honestly, I think I'll return to it in 2025. We'll give this one another shot. I would put this not super high up, but I'd play it over a lot of these retro games just so I don't have to hook up a console again. Like, I'd probably put Alias Runner above Tony Hawk's Underground. Just it's an easier one to get on, like hop onto. Actually, fuck it. Put it over Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Because at any time I could just play it, right? All right. This is it. The final two. Need for Madness. This game's goated. To me, like, I don't think I'm going to return to it. Maybe I will. And maybe for that reason, I should just plop it on here beside Alias Runner. I think I'm more likely to do Alias Runner because you just have to beat the level and, like, that's the game. Need for Madness is actually quite hard, but I love it for that. Like, even as a kid, it was such a challenge figuring out what car to use on what level. That was one of the first times that I realized, like, oh, the AI is actually being different depending on the level that you're playing on. So if it's like a 10-lap level, well, then the AI are they're gonna try and kill you rather than actually finish the race because it would just take too long. And it incentivizes you to play like that unless you want to just try and survive for 10 laps. Good luck. For that, I think it's just, what a cool fucking game. I still think it's odied, but I should return to it again and try and beat it for a stream. Flash Game Fridays? I think it'd be kind of cool. Gives me an opportunity to play other games that, like, I haven't done. And finally, technically yesterday's episode as of the time of somebody watching this VOD on YouTube, which will... Anyway, Disney's Magical Quest starring Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to return to it, and it's goated. I wouldn't put it super high up. Like, I think I would prefer this game over OG Tetris and OG Pokemon. I think I would prefer going back to this, doing a Minnie Mouse playthrough maybe. I'm gonna say I'll put it above Black Ops 2, but below Crab Game. Nah, I'll put it above Crab Game, but not over Octodad. I think Octodad's cool. Nah, I'm putting it over Octodad. Fuck you. And that's it. I did it. I fucking did it. Ladies and gents, jesters and jestas, this is our 365 tier list. If I tried to zoom out all the way, it won't even let me. Read them and weep, fellas. Read them and weep. You can definitely see that I leaned more towards, neutral enjoyment. 4 hours in. It took us 4 hours to organize them all, but I did it. There's not a lot that I think are amazing games. I think for the... this fucking thumbnail. To be honest, I don't even fuck with Pokemon Red like that, so I'm going to move him down because I think it's like... I put it in goated because I think it deserves it, but like I didn't even fuck with it heavy like I did with half of these games. So I'm just gonna put it has a lot to like about it, but I put it below Mega Man. That's more like it. I think Tetris is it's an all-time classic. Like, you can't go wrong with any Tetris that you play. So where did Dead Rising 2 off the record land and all this? Okay, if I were to place the other games that we played this year, that like wasn't on 365, I think Off the Record is pretty good. Like, I don't think it's, well, I guess it would go and must return to in 2025, meet more. Other than that, what else did I play this year? Donkey Kong versus Mario, I would say is like the bottom of had a lot to like about it. Probably, honestly, maybe top of wasn't really feeling it, to be honest. Because I kind of played it and I was like, damn, I don't know why. It's way more impressive playing Donkey Kong 94 on an original Game Boy. Because you're like, damn, they added all this cool shit. And now you play it like Mario versus Donkey Kong on Switch and you're like, this feels limiting. Because you know what good game, like limitless game feel can feel like, right? Thank you for 365 days of... Oh my god, dude. I can't believe I did it. That's it. It's over. I like, even into like month 2, I was like, dude, I'm really doing this. And I did it. It's over. I will never do something like this again. But I also promise that this next year, the stupid effort that I had to put in to like doing anywhere from like 10 to an hour long gameplay sessions of games I didn't really give a fuck about, now I've been able to really hone in and lock in what games I want to keep, what games I want out. And how many hours did I commit to this, bro? I don't think we want to know. I don't think we want to know. I don't think we want that answer, King. Especially with the 4 hours we just put into this. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, there's more Danno gold on the way. I have it all booked up, so expect a new video still, like every day. Yippee! Yippee! Yippee!